an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 50 minutes for the main.
It's 10 kilometers around the waters here at the Emirates Palace Bay, and as we can see, the jet skis, the lifeguards, the boats, the kayaks, all in place, getting ready, keeping our swimmers, our international swimmers safe, and hopefully offer any assistance, if any. But I'm sure everything's going to be A-okay. Lovely weather conditions here in Abu Dhabi today for the FINA hosa 10km Marathon Swimming World Cup 2017.
So good.
RJ at that time when they go in for feeding. Port, he took off in the Olympics first and he led for most of it, and then they all caught him about just over about 7 kilometres. Jack Burnell, he got disqualified at the end of the Olympic Games for a bit, he got the second yellow card. I'll explain that. No.
And they're off. The start of the FINA hosa 10km swimming World Cup Marathon here in Abu Dhabi. We wish all our athletes safe swim and good luck, all 72 of them. We'll be introducing you to our female athletes in just a couple of minutes. And as you can see on the starting line, they're lining up. Let's introduce you to our female swimmers who will be getting into the water very, very shortly. From Malaysia, Heidi Gan. From the Netherlands, Sharon van Rooyendaal. From Germany, it's Janet Spiewaks. From Italy, Rochelle Bruni. From Hungary, Nicoletta Kiss. From Hong Kong, Hang Fong Lee Hanna. From India, Nikita Setruv. From Germany, it's Leah Boy. From Great Britain, Alice Deering. From France, Lila Longley. From Germany, Sarah Bosley. From Australia, Chloe Gubechka. From France, Celeste Veric. Also from France, Aurélie Muller. And from Germany, Angela Moret. From Hong Kong, Tung Nikita Lampak. From Japan, Minami Nikura. From Australia, Chelsea Gubechka. Also from Australia, Mackenzie Brazier. From the Netherlands, Esme Vermeulen. From South Africa, it's Michelle Weber. Karina Lee from Australia. From Brazil, Bettina Lopshaita. From Algeria, Suad Chiruti. From Japan, Yukimi Moriyama. From Great Britain, Danielle Huskisson. From Brazil, Ana Marcella da Cunha. From Germany, Filia Vunram. From Spain, Judith Navarro. From Poland, Justina Burshka. From France, Oceane Cassignol. From Kazakhstan, Zinia Romanchuk. From France, Ines Idier. From Portugal, Angelica Andre. From Italy, Julia Gabrielski. From the Czech Republic, Elena Benesova. From Portugal, Vanya Neves. From Belarus, Eva Bonnet. From France, Lara Granion. Also from France, Elaine Sinclair. From Hong Kong, Yin Niptsu. From Japan, Yumi Kida. From Ecuador, Samantha Arevayo. From Russia, Anastasia Krapivina. From France, Lisa Poe. From Brazil, Poliana Sintra. From Russia, Benekilia Ermakova. From Germany, Svenja Zila. From Italy, Ariana Bridi. From the USA, Haley Anderson. From Spain, Paula Ruiz. From Hungary, Anna Greta Olaz. From Argentina, Cecilia Biagioli. And from Germany, Leonie Antonia Beck. Those are our female swimmers just getting into the water for that 50-meter swim to the starting line. And their start for the FINA hosa 10km Marathon Swimming World Cup is seconds away.
Welcome everybody to Abu Dhabi for the FINA 10km swim at the Emirates Palace. Beautiful afternoon we have here, and as you can see in the water we've already started. 72 athletes from around the world have joined us in this beautiful waters in Abu Dhabi. A lovely afternoon as always in Abu Dhabi. I'm Jamie, and I'm joined with Amanda. And the ladies are just about to begin.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it certainly is, Amanda. Always is. You see, the ladies are getting ready now. I think there'll be a few athletes really going for it today at the beginning, try and break away from the others. Open water swimming has a very pack mentality about it. So we'll see what happens today. Of course, we'll try to keep you up to date as best as we can with the swimmers that are in the lead. But as you can see, it's very choppy. It's very a little bit of wrestling going on. But,
they are moving quite quick, Jamie.
Yes, they are.
And the ladies are off.
Last year, the men completed the 10 kilometers in 1:47.39, and that was Oliver that finished that. He was the winner last year. He's here today. 1:47.
1:47.
1 hour and 47 minutes for 10 kilometers. Some people can't run that, Amanda. Some people.
That'd probably be me, Jamie. I don't even want to know what a 10K time would be.
That's for those out there. It's under a 105 or a 106 for 100 meters. So go to your local swimming pool. Try doing 100 meters and 106 times 10 kilometers of that. That's 100 hundreds.
They're cruising.
They're cruising, yeah.
We're starting to have someone break away, it looks like.
Yeah, it does.
Great Britain, possibly.
Try and keep you informed on that when we get the numbers coming in. As you can tell, it's very difficult for us to tell who's in the lead. But as soon as we find out, we'll let you know. I did notice in the men's swim that Jack Burnell from Great Britain, he was near the front. So he always wears the red cap. Poor Jack was disqualified in the Olympics, Rio Olympics, for 2 yellow cards.
And do you know what those yellow cards are for, Jamie?
Yes, a little bit argy-bargy, you know, if you
yes.
restrict another swimmer or try and move in front of another swimmer, or...
So there are actually refs for this?
Yeah, there's referees.
Interesting. The women are looking quite aggressive right now.
As you can see, we're looking over, I think that was Blue Island, I think.
Yes, you were seeing the largest flag in the world. The UAE.
Only in the UAE.
Only in the UAE. The largest flag, the tallest building.
Brilliant. So that's the women. They're nearly 3 minutes there started. And we have someone breaking away.
She's pulling away.
So this is a tactic, actually. Some of the swimmers like to pull away at the beginning and just see if they can open up open up a big window opportunity. But it's very difficult to swim when you have everybody coming behind you.
You were talking earlier about a man did that from Australia.
Yeah, Mr. Port, he tried it in the Olympics. He pulled away from everybody in the mains, but unfortunately when you swim in this almost peloton fashion, like you would see in the cycling, yeah, people can pick up speed and come and get you, really. They can catch up with you. So,
that looks rough right now. That definitely looks rough.
Sharon van Rondewaal, if you know her from the Olympics, she got the gold medal for the Netherlands. The Netherlands got the double gold in the Olympics, which is amazing. She actually, during the Olympics, took off 4 or 5 kilometers in, and nobody caught her. That's how it can happen. Tactics are very important in open water swimming, especially 10K, or in the Worlds they do the 25 kilometer race. So as you can imagine, it's very much down to tactics. We have a leader here. That's the front of the men's race.
Men are now 10 minutes in.
So also another rule is, if you want to know any of the rules for open water swimming, is you are not allowed to draft of any of the official boats. You cannot draft from those boats. If you draft, you can get disqualified for that. As you can see, jet ski and the official in the dinghy there, they are making sure that everybody is swimming legally so that there's no misconduct, everybody is behaving themselves. Every swimmer has their number on their arm and their shoulder. And I was in the swimmer area just before the race, seeing everybody very excited. They were all very excited. They're all slapping on the sunscreen.
Oh, I'm sure. It looks like there's a few guests watching it from a yacht. I would not mind that.
That would be very nice.
Very nice indeed. Now, Jamie, the previous one was in Argentina, if I'm correct.
That's right, yes.
And who was the winner for that?
The men's winner was Vanellini.
Vanellini from Italy.
Yeah, from Italy.
Quite a different setting than here.
Yes.
Patagonia.
I know.
Kind of chilly there.
The Argentinian swim actually was a lot slower. It's almost 10 minutes slower than this last year.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so no.
Patagonia is quite a chilly area.
That's right.
Oh, granted, it is summer right now in Argentina.
So this year, FINA decided that they were going to introduce wetsuits to open water swimming. So that's opened up a whole brand new arena for open water swimming for the professionals. Yeah, that should be exciting. Maybe go some other places. Maybe to my home country in Scotland. You never know. Some amazing places to swim there.
I swam in Ireland this summer, and quite cold. Quite cold indeed.
Oh, that's quite an Irish word.
And the next race will be, I think, in Portugal.
I think that'll be beautiful as well. I don't think it gets much more beautiful than Abu Dhabi. Look at that.
We're looking at the Etihad Towers.
And the ADNOC building. ADNOC building, I think it's 74 floors, I think.
And Emirates Palace.
And the Emirates Palace, the beautiful Emirates Palace Hotel. Front of the race for the men. We'll find out after they go past the first timing barrier who's in the front, hopefully.
And there we see Emirates Palace again.
Stunning venue for a swim. Of course, we had the mass swim this morning, Amanda.
We did. Yes, we did.
Lots of people, very nice swim for the kids, for all the age groupers that are in Abu Dhabi.
The mile swim, the 800-meter swim.
Yep.
They had different events for the children. It's a beautiful morning.
It was, yeah.
We both did the mile, but
I
don't think
did do the mile.
to the time in which these swimmers would do it.
Yep. It was
Maybe you, Jamie.
No, not quite, not quite. 20 minutes for the mile today.
Not bad.
Not bad for an old guy. Of course.
I did notice some of these swimmers are quite young.
Yeah, they tend to be from the age of 20, maybe to 25, 26.
And as we were talking about earlier, most of them do start open water swimming after they've had
Pool career.
Yeah,
so a career in the pool. It's very much for a lot of racers. A lot of people realise maybe they don't have the sprint speed to keep up with your Michael Phelps, these people in the world. So they decided to take a chance and do open water swimming, and it's a great opportunity to swim with FINA, go around the world and do these World Cup events.
it would be very nice. The swimming technique looks different than you would in the pool.
You could almost say polo-like.
Yes, very.
You can see some of them very high elbows.
Very high elbows.
Exciting. And here we are, this is at the first feed. Some athletes are already taking on liquid, which is quite a bit different.
The water, though, what I noticed today, it's quite warm. Especially, we only did a mile, and I noticed it was warm.
So warm.
10K swimming.
10K, I think the water temperature was 22.5 this morning, so maybe it's probably up over 23 now, probably 24 degrees. So at the feed station, you can see everybody with the big poles.
Very busy.
Yeah, it's very busy. There's lots of room here to have a little bit of tactics. Your coach can shout and tell you, but one thing that you're not allowed to do is you're not allowed to hang on to the feeding pole.
Really?
Yes, that can be a yellow card or disqualification for that.
I would think it'd be difficult with all the people coming in.
So we've got the Hungarian swimmer in the lead here at the moment, and I think that's Jack. Yeah, Jack Burnell beside him, I think, in the red cap.
You
famous
talked about that red
cap
cap before.
Yeah, come on, Jack. Let's go, UK. Great Britain.
A little biased here, folks.
Yes, why not?
We have
why not?
some bias going on.
He deserves it. He was very unlucky in the Olympics, and everybody back home in the UK felt sorry for Jack. He's a great swimmer and he's a lovely boy as well. So let's see. I hope he can do something today. He came second here last year.
I hope Jack listens to this commentary later on.
And he's taking the lead, I think. Good for him. Of course, they will change at the front. Like I explained, it's a very much peloton situation. Right. Sometimes it comes down to the last 400 meters, which it did in the Olympics. They all waited to the end, sprint, and that's what it is. Some of these swimmers.
He looks like he's pulling out, Jamie.
Yeah, good for him.
He might have heard your words.
You never know.
He looks much smoother. I've noticed when they're crowded, they spot an awful lot, whereas now it feels like he's getting in his rhythm.
Yeah.
And he's also spotting less with his chest up.
We call that peeping, Amanda. We call that peeping.
Peeping?
Yeah, so if you watch the way he looks and then he breathes.
Yes.
So if you watch him
in triathlons,
looking,
they call that
breathing.
alligator eyes.
Alligator eyes,
yes,
there you go.
You want to do the alligator eyes.
So he doesn't waste any time breathing in the front, he just does the side breathing when he's ready. Great technique. Nice long pull.
Smooth,
yeah.
Very smooth stroke.
So we're 18 minutes into the race.
Do we know?
And I think they're going to be coming through maybe the first time.
He looks so smooth from that perspective, and then you have all the swimmers behind him. It's completely different.
Very much so, very much so.
I have to be honest. I would not want to be in that pact right now. See from that? It just
it's not Jack.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Tobias.
Robinson.
Yeah.
56.
Good for him. Another young British lad doing well. Good for him.
I can't put any bias here. There's no Americans. There are no Americans swimming currently. There's one in the females.
Yes.
Miss Haley. We're almost to 20 minutes. Do we know what mark they're at yet? They're going to swim about 3K when I swam my mile in.
Here we go, we have the leaders here. Oh, 2 Brits in the top 5. Very nice.
Just checking out some of the timings after
Robinson and
after our first lap.
Jack Burnell, number
Let's take
7.
a look. It's Tobias Robinson from Great Britain leading the pack. In second place at the minute with 17 minutes and 8 seconds, Daniel Zigeli. Another Hungarian in third place, and of course these are preliminary positions.
But I wouldn't take too much notice of the first lap, Amanda. It can all change. A lot of tactics to come. 5K moment is when really people start making a move. Things change in the swim about the 5K mark.
It does look like, though, they are starting to spread out, which I'm sure will be nice.
Kirill Abrosimov is in 8th. Kirill Belayev is 9th, and Antoine
behind
Olivier
us we have the new Atlantis being built.
Wow.
Very beautiful environment for a swim.
Yep. In just a couple of minutes we'll update you on the women and see how they're doing after 1,640 meters.
So it's a very almost like the Mighty Ducks, you know, the Mighty Ducks V we have here. There's a lead swimmer and everybody comes from him, drafting It's amazing how much faster, how much energy you can
But
conserve.
it's very difficult. I've tried in triathlons before, Jamie, and I've got punched in the face, kicked. I've had people yell at me. But you were saying a lot of times they do get yellow cards for that.
Yes, they can do, depending if they
We have the women coming in now.
if they obscure another a swimmer, if they try to swim over the top of them or stop them from taking a turn, these things.
I don't notice as many women grabbing as the men.
Yeah. As you can see, some of them turn when they take a drink or they're taking on fuel, they'll actually turn onto their back. Very briefly, turn onto their back, dispense with the bottle or the drink or the food sachet, whatever they've taken on, the carbohydrate, and they will swim.
That has to be so difficult. Ah, so they grab and then they put it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you can see, some of the countries have flags on because there's a lot
Marking.
of poles there, a lot of poles. Who
have
do you
some
know who
coaching.
to grab from? Yeah. So the only thing you're not allowed to have from your pole, you're not allowed to have a wire. You're not allowed to have any obstruction on the thing in case it's dangerous for the swimmer. So
Generally for food, do they? as a-
food sometimes they take at 5 kilometers. It just depends on the athlete and how they
Right.
feel. They have the opportunity to feed every time they come round that lap.
Right.
But some of the main competitors, it's like the Formula One. You know, when you do a pit stop, Formula One, the same idea. It's the tactics
Ah.
behind it. I mean, these people are elite. Their bodies are machines.
Isn't there an event that's with FINA that's like the Formula One of open water? I was looking on the FINA websites and in one of the events, I believe.
Check
something.
that out.
Maybe it's.
I think fueling is a massive thing in the 25 kilometer
sure.
swim. That's a huge, makes
you
a
don't do
huge
that correct.
difference. Obviously, 25 kilometer swim is not in the Olympics; it's only in the World Championships. So that'll be this year, in August, July and August. The World Championships will be in Budapest this year.
Okay.
Yeah, Budapest. The Masters will then be in August.
Are you going to go, Jamie?
I'm gonna try.
Very well indeed.
Try and go.
I think I'd be afraid to be the kayaker. All those people chasing after me.
There's
Yes.
an incentive, though. There's an incentive. It's like getting chased by piranhas or sharks.
I think he would get moving and a shaking. Now for the food, obviously they're in the water. Is it more gels they would have for nutrition?
Yeah, it just depends what their coach, what they've trained with. Yeah, gels, obviously isotonic drinks. Yeah, lots of different things like that.
There's a breeze starting to pick up. Feels
There's a
quite nice
breeze.
for us.
The beauty about swimming in the UAE in the open water is it's always beautiful to swim open water in the UAE. And there's
Unless it's February and raining.
yeah, but that happens for 2 days.
Today, this year, they said it was the longest winter, Jamie. It was about
The
a
longest
month
winter.
of clouds.
A month of clouds in the UAE.
A few of us UAE residents didn't know what to do about that. We have the women's coming up.
Ruiz is number 1. Oh, and we have another Brit, number 3. Fantastic. Hoskinson. Very good. Borska is second. Sharon Van Rondendal is 10th. Obviously, a favourite of Abu Dhabi was our one of our ambassadors for the last year's Abu Dhabi Swim Festival. So we got to have a chat with her about her coaching techniques, what she does. Some of these swimmers are training from 60 to 100 kilometres a week,
Oh my.
depending on their rotation. And yeah, it's very interesting. Can you imagine swimming 100 kilometres a week, Amanda?
You know what, Jamie? I've done 12 once, and
12 kilometres in a week.
12 kilometers, and I thought that was quite a bit. No, 12,000 meters.
12,000 metres. Yeah.
Yes. 12.
That's 12 kilometres.
Got it. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And I was pretty impressed with my skills.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. But I probably shouldn't be sharing that on here, that I was impressed with my 12 kilometers.
So put that into context, a decent master swimmer will swim between maybe 30 and 50 kilometers, 50 kilometers a week. So if you're going to the Worlds, that's maybe as a master swimmer because you have a job. That's the distance that you need to do to try and make the.
Maybe why this explains why my swimming is not progressing as I like it to.
Ramp up. We want to see you here next year, Amanda. The 10K swim.
Inshallah, as they say here, Jamie.
Yes, inshallah.
Inshallah. The women have started to separate.
We have a little bit of a breakaway again, I think. Who is?
Still up front.
Yep. Borska, second. And
the ladies
Huskinson.
leaderboard is showed up after 1,640 meters. Spaniard Paula Ruiz.
Is the open water swimming similar to triathlon swimming, where you focus mostly on the upper body versus,
Yes.
and then at the end you probably then put in your legs? And
It's really about the pool because especially in salt water, the buoyancy is so high that to use, well, as you can see, she's
The
hard
catch.
kicking.
it's 80%, some say, of your swimming comes from the catch.
So if you can draft behind someone like we see here, you can save 10% energy. 10% energy by drafting. That's why tactics are important, to get your tactics spot on. If you go too early, that can be the end of your race. Your energy is gone. It doesn't matter how much you try to fuel, how much liquids, how much gels you take on, you don't have it for the end.
And the water here is quite buoyant.
Very buoyant.
It's about 75%, or used to be, they said.
Wow, that's
So-
incredible.
Yes. You don't even need a wetsuit here.
Nope. Although a wetsuit does help.
It does, but the salt here in the water
Yep.
is significantly higher.
So there's actually a lot of open water races in UAE.
There's
have,
one in
we
3
have-
weeks in Dubai.
We have the Burj Al Arab swim, which will be in a couple of weeks,
March the 31st.
March 31st. We have the Coega Mina Mile, which is we have two swims here. They're a mile as well. We have the Le Meridian swims, 2 of them for the kids. So there's a lot of swims here.
They also do a lot of biathlons here, and they actually take place at Emirates Palace,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
swim and the run. So it's a lot happening here, and the triathlon scene is booming right
Yes, lots of triathlons. We just had ITU last week.
now. And before that, Yaz,
Yes, yep. Very
and
good.
then the half Ironman in
Dubai, yep.
So
So yeah, UK, Great Britain still leading. Very interesting technique from the second swimmer here. It's very high arm. Almost
left
like a
arm is
windmill.
straight.
Yeah, it's very strange.
there's another swimmer who does that. She was an Olympian, and she actually did a whole series, talk series on Facebook, how she swims with a straight arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his left arm is very straight, whereas right arm is.
I'm sure our coach at the 4th lane, Roger, he would disagree with that technique.
But a lot of swimmers, if you watch them, especially in the open water, I've noticed, I volunteered a lot and officiated, a lot of people
Swim with a
those,
straight
yeah,
arm.
they just keep that constant movement.
25 minutes
So,
gone for the men's race. Expected to
yeah,
last
'cause he
about 2
really
hours.
swings it.
Tobias Robinson
Yeah.
still leading.
Tobias is still
Daniel
leading. That's a
Zageni from
fantastic
Hungary.
effort from the young boy from
Brzezowski,
UK.
also Hungarian, in 3rd. Caleb Hughes holding 4th, and Guillaume Puyol from
So-
Spain in 5th. On the women's front, it's Paula Ruiz. In 1st at the minute, Justyna Burska from Poland, 2nd. Daniela Huskinson from Great Britain,
we have the
3rd.
city of Abu Dhabi
Julia
behind us.
Gabrielski
They're swimming
from
along the
Italy,
Corniche.
4th, and Chelsea Gubeczka from Australia in 5th. That's the way it's shaping up on the women's front. And they started about 7 minutes after the men.
So Hungary, obviously World Championships this year. All the professional swimmers and master swimmers will be trying to head there. Be a beautiful venue. You can go onto the FINA website and see the venue for the World Championships this year. It's fantastic, fantastic. So we have a Hungarian swimmer at 2nd. Hungary renowned for its good swimmers over the years. or Katinka Hosu. She's a fantastic athlete in the Olympics.
Now, Jamie, going around the buoys,
Yep.
does the strategy change any? I've heard a lot of times swimmers will do an under catch pull. I noticed today I just got punched in the face a lot when I was going around the buoy. I tried to focus on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different tactics when you go around the buoy. Depends on which way you're turning. There's a lot of techniques when you actually flip round. So you lead with your, if you're going to go to the right hand side, you would lead with your right arm, but flip onto your left.
Ah.
So you're actually cutting the corner almost in an angle. That's a very hard thing to practice. But the professionals try to do that.
Do most of the swimmers here practice in the pool, or do they mostly practice open water?
No, they practice in the pool.
In the pool.
Some of the swimmers hardly even swim open water.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. I know that it has a different feel, water versus, but I'm sure most of these swimmers, as we've seen, have been swimming since they've been 5 or 6. So.
It's a mileage thing. To swim in the sea or a lake, you know, there are issues with swimming open water, especially in a lake. There are foreign bodies in the water that can affect your thing. There's engine oil in the water, things like that.
Yeah.
Pollution can be an issue, especially for an elite athlete. They don't want to get sick. So yeah, to swim in a pool, you're going to do 100 Ks a week, 100 kilometers a week. I would prefer to do it in a swimming pool.
I don't blame them.
Personally, if you go to some beautiful places around the
I was
world,
just going to say, I'm wondering too, depending on their location.
yeah,
If it
I
depends.
would think so, yeah. But you cannot replicate a race like this because there's 72 male athletes and I think 54 female athletes in the water. How can you replicate that training?
Right.
Unless you swim the mass swim today,
Exactly.
then that's the way. So you can't replicate the tactics, you can't replicate the technique that you need.
Looks like the men are going through.
They're going through.
And most of them I
feed
noticed
station
didn't take
again.
water. That just looks chaotic.
Yeah. So some of them will not take any fuel until 5 kilometers because the body can run on its own carbohydrate storage for nearly up to an hour.
I was going to say an hour to an hour and a half, some
Yep.
people,
So
depending on them.
therefore, some will take water, some will take
Electrolytes?
electrolyte, something like that at 5K, and then depending on how they feel, they might take something at 7.5K.
Do we have any UAE swimmers?
We, unfortunately, I don't think
I was going to say,
do.
2 years ago, I know there was quite a few of
Yeah,
them.
we don't today.
I know the swimming community is definitely starting to develop here in Abu Dhabi. I'm sorry to say, Jamie, but it looks like
Yeah, the
Great Britain is not.
Yeah.
they're catching up.
We do have a Syrian swimmer today, though. Mohammed Salah
From where?
from Syria.
Ah,
Let's hope he does well today. Biggest squad here today are the French. Big shout out to David Beau from France. He's here today watching, hoping the French bring it home.
Jamie has a lot of shout outs. Positive energies.
Positive energies, positive.
He's sending. The water just looks pristine, very smooth.
Actually watching YouTube videos this week of the French, some of the French squad training. Axel Raymond, unbelievable. How, I just don't understand how they can swim like that. Some of their sets, incredible. 70 100s. 70 100s, and the slowest 100, 103.
my fastest ever 100 was a 1:37, and I almost cried about that. So, yes.
Yeah, but you're a triathlete, Amanda, so we'll let you off with that. You're a biker. Your biking is good.
It is. Well, we have a new. I think it's an Italian.
Oh, Hungarian.
Ah, Hungarian. 2.
Yeah, you tend to find that they'll swim together.
Is that a strategy?
That's a strategy. Yeah,
Because
they
they
help
can-
each other, pace each other.
First 3 of the men have crossed the 3,280.
So we have Daniel is first there.
The top, Daniel Szekely.
Szekely. Daniel Szekely is first.
First, another Hungarian in second at the moment. Make that Tobias Robinson in second. Guillaume Puyol of Spain is in third. Christoph Razowski from Hungary in fourth. Federico Vanelli of Italy is in fifth. Cal Edwards is sixth. Marc-Antoine Olivier of France in seventh. Kirill Abrosimov is eighth. Jack Brazier from Australia is in ninth. And Logan Fontaine is 10th. And there's only 5 seconds.
So we have the 2 Hungarians leading here.
5 seconds.
Like I said, Hungary's a big swimming nation, a big year for Hungary this year in the swimming world with the World Championships in the summer. I just don't like his left arm, Amanda.
I was going to say, both of his, as a swim coach, for the little guys, it's all about, the emphasis is always placed on the catch and that high elbow. And his arms are quite straight. But, Jamie,
doesn't matter.
he is leading a race right now. So
Exactly.
maybe for him, that's his style.
Well, everybody's got their style.
Individualized.
Everybody's got a different style. If you watch them all in the pool swimming, which is the best way to see technique, especially in the Olympics, you have a lot of different swimmers. Che, the other Hungarian, the butterfly, second one, Michael Phelps in the Olympics, butterfly. He has a very different strategy to everybody else.
I've noticed too, over the years I've been teaching, through each training period, when we get restarted, it's always taught a different way. You'll learn 1 year, one thing, and then 3 years later they'll tell you something else. So
I think that's correct. You know, the S, remember they used to have to do the S?
yeah.
and then it's changed. Now, I think the best way, I think that's why swimmers are getting faster. You know, people used to say, how come they're getting faster? Why come they're getting faster? They're getting faster because training techniques are better. The way that people are swimming is better. The technology that the swimmers are using. As you can see today, they're wearing suits. These are not swim suits, wetsuits. These are compression suits. So to help the muscles in a 10K swim, it's very important.
Interesting.
So I think we have the ladies now.
In 1920, at the first Olympics, they actually swam with their head up. And the strategy was to just focus on your upper body and to...
No goggles.
Yeah.
No goggles.
I don't know how they did it.
Like Mark Spitz,
Yeah.
you know?
But now it's all about...
Keeping the body
Yeah, the
straight,
streamline.
streamline in swimming, yeah.
Wonder what in 20 years they'll be teaching.
20 years, think about that. I think we'll still be swimming in 20 years, Amanda.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Do we have the women coming in?
Maybe there's a good chance, Amanda, in 20 years I could be world #1.
I hope, Jamie, and I will be commentating for you, sending the good vibes.
Here we go.
I don't know if I'd want to be on that raft, to be honest.
Yeah.
I noticed they're all using different things. Some have water bottles, some have cups.
Yep. We have the Spanish lady still leading. Ruiz, I think it was, from before. She's still in first place. Although it looks like her swim cap is coming off.
I did notice though, a lot of them tape them.
Yeah.
Yep, they tape. When we were coming in, they had their tape on their swim caps, which I'm sure is almost a must.
Now, I have a question that people always ask me.
Yes.
They say, Jamie, when you're swimming in a race, where do you put your goggles? Now, that sounds like a silly question, right? They mean, do I put them under my cap
or over?
Over my cap.
Always that. When I was a kid swimming, Jamie, the cool thing to do was to stick them under your cap. But I just never have liked it. I always now put them over my cap. And it looks like all of them have the same thing.
My advice to anybody out there that wants to know, do you put your goggles under your cap or do you put it over your cap? The answer is, what's best for you? If you watch the Olympics, a lot of athletes put it under the cap. They believe it can make them faster. It's a bit more streamlined with these new cap technologies that they have. In open water swimming, I think it's important that you put it over your cap, because
all of these look like they have it over.
If you're in a confrontation with someone at the start or at a feeding station and someone grabs your goggles.
Well, I would hope, Jamie, that does not happen.
Well, hopefully not. But if someone grabs your goggles and you need to readjust them, it's better that you can take your goggles off properly or readjust them without your cap coming off. So
I always have problems with the
here we
fog.
go. An Australian in second place. Very good.
American is in fifth, Haley Anderson.
Good
She
for
is the
her.
only American.
And Sharon's there, 8th place, the gold medalist.
Is in eighth?
Yep. Which is a good position. If you see the ladies at the moment, they're quite bunched together.
She was the gold medalist in the 10K.
We see Paula Ruiz still leading. The Spaniard Paula Ruiz in first. Chelsea Gubechka from Australia second. Danielle Huskisson of Great Britain third.
And we still have Great Britain third in the women's race.
Julia Gabrielski of Italy fifth. Anastasia Grapevina.
Of course, last year, Carrie-Anne Payne was here representing Great Britain. A good friend of Abu Dhabi, takes her swimming, tri-scape swimming over here at Abu Dhabi, help people learn a bit open water
Her and her
swimming.
husband are doing that.
Yep, nice people. And Carrie-Anne finished fourth last year, but she's actually retired now.
She is. I actually went to one of her swimming classes, and it was quite interesting.
Yep.
She makes it look effortless. She gets in the water, Jamie, and just do this. Oh, sure, Carrie-Anne, sure.
Yep.
No, if she's listening right now, hello, Miss Carrie-Anne.
Yep.
I think she's actually coming back in a few weeks back here. Her and her company, they're going to come here quite often.
Yep, good. There's a lot of room for open water swimming here. We have a group that goes out every Saturday morning, if anybody's listening. It meets on Saadiyat Beach at the Bake, Open Water Sharks, Abu Dhabi. And you can come out with us as a little group, friends, family, just to help everybody out with a little bit of open water swimming, maybe a little bit of tactics. So a big shout out to everybody.
Very nice, Jamie. Saadiyat Island is also a beautiful place.
The water is stunning.
And
so
you can see dolphins.
Dolphins.
That's always a plus in my eyes.
Dugongs. The dugongs, you can see the dugongs in Abu Dhabi. Sea manatee.
Yes, I was going to say that, but then I didn't want to sound silly, just in case I was wrong. I do have those moments quite often where I'm like,
you can see the dugongs.
They're gentle, though. I am
very
actually
beautiful.
afraid
like sea cows.
of animals.
Like yeah.
I'm definitely afraid of animals.
Okay.
So I saw a turtle last week when I was swimming, actually, in this bay, and I had a little nervous breakdown. A sea turtle.
A sea turtle,
yes, caused that. Now imagine if I saw a sea cow. I would probably be in the water. She looks like she's pulling ahead. Now that I say that. Do you know how many laps it is, Jamie?
I think each lap, I think it's a mile each lap. So
is it the same circuit they did this morning then?
maybe 5 laps. No, it's a slightly different circuit than this morning. I think it's more in a. This morning we kind of did like a boot shape. I would class it as a boot shape.
A book shape.
A boot. A boot.
A boot.
Yes, like a boot.
The Scottish
like
accent.
Yeah,
accent.
yeah, yes.
A boot.
A boot.
Now she looks.
Wow, is this the females or was that the male there?
It's hard to tell, to be honest.
I'm sure we'll get a bit closer in a second. So that's Nation Towers in the background. I believe, is it? Yep,
yes,
it is.
yes,
Nation Towers, Nation Galleria, beautiful mall.
Beautiful area. They've built it up quite. There's nice restaurants.
Yeah,
and
lovely
nice
restaurants.
Right now, the weather's
Burger
perfect.
joint, the best burger joint.
Best
Yes. New York burger
I have
joint.
to admit though, Jamie,
Abu
I've
Dhabi.
been there, and after a 10K swim, some of these swimmers may want to go.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Are you sure?
I've been. I'm an American. We know our burgers. Shake Shack all the way.
No.
The cheesy fries. Yes, I will suggest it to all these swimmers.
Yeah, we've now we're now going to debate about the best burger in town. You're not a Five Guys fan, Amanda, no?
Five Guys, you know, it's okay, but their French fries are better. But the actual burger, it's very greasy.
Yeah.
You know, if I did a 10K swim, I might be like, yes, Five Guys.
Of course, for all you young athletes out there, burgers should not be in your menu. You should be eating healthy. Vegetables, lots of fruits and vegetables, and proteins.
Yes. That is true.
It's a beautiful setting, really is. Absolutely stunning. I'm sure there's not many other settings in the world like this for FINA swims.
And the great thing is, though, they've really made this a family weekend, as we said earlier. You know, they've really promoted people to come out, you know, and make it a great Saturday. You know, they had the adults in the beginning, then the children. They had fun activities to do around the swimming. It was an excellent, excellent day.
This is the main here. Coming through. Yeah, we have a French athlete's pulled away.
I was going to say that earlier.
Yeah, it looks like the French athletes have pulled away. David Bowe, he'll be very happy about this.
It looks like the men are coming back up. I'm still shocked they're all clumped in like that.
It's just the way it is. It's just it's the 10K is a long way in the water, so to try and swim that by yourself is a very big
Kind of like the Tour de France.
Yeah.
I watch that quite often.
Yeah. Same.
They stay together, and then
It's a very high technique there. He's doing his polo pool.
there's a lot of polo swimmers here this morning, I noticed.
Yeah, a lot.
They had their little skimpy little polo
outfits on.
Yes, swim bottoms.
Their trunks on, yeah.
I think those men have a nice job sitting in the boat watching.
Of course, Emirates Palace and Etihad Towers were in the Fast and the Furious 7.
They act at Etihad Towers, what we've been looking at all for the last hour or so.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel flew through those and survived.
Survived.
Yes.
Incredible.
The sponsorship to travel and do this, who does it usually come through? I'm sure Jamie.
Associations or FINA probably.
Because I'm sure it's, I mean, quite expensive. They go all over.
Yeah.
And the final one's in Hong Kong. So from Argentina to Abu Dhabi to Portugal.
It's great.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it myself.
Maybe we could go. If anyone's listening out
Hey,
there,
FINA.
yeah, we're available. So it'll be interesting to see which French athlete it is in the lead. As I explained, France have a lot of very good athletes.
Now he has that high elbow, Jamie. That's
Yeah. I actually think he's going very aggressive here. He's trying to get away from them, but as I was explaining, it's a very difficult thing to do when you have a pack chasing you. It is, it's Axel Raymond.
You were talking about him
Yeah,
earlier.
well done, Axel Raymond. And
He sighted quite high there.
yeah,
With their chest.
I knew he was going to come to Abu Dhabi and swim this very aggressively. He's a 25-kilometer swimmer.
So this is easy for him. A walk in the park. Jamie has just received a lovely hat.
Yep, keep the sun off my white Scottish skin. As you can imagine, being from Scotland, you can burn very easily.
That's definitely a concern. It has to be for the swimmers because it is quite warm.
It is, you know.
And the sun is just beating down on you.
There's a lot of factor 100s being applied in the,
sure.
you know, there's a very
And I
high
would even think with water and stuff though,
sunblock.
then too, Jamie, you talked about hydration,
Yeah.
how sometimes they equate to the 5-kilometer. But with the salt in the water, the high concentration and everything else, I'm sure that plays into it.
Well, you know, people don't realize that you can get very dehydrated in water. I know that sounds very strange, but depending on the
actually
temperature,
sweat.
yes, you can sweat in water, and you also obviously conduct the heat more in water than you would in the air. So we have the two French athletes, Raymond and Oliver. And Jack Warnell,
Jack, he's
number
third.
3. Very good. It's very good.
It's switching around a lot.
Yeah, Axel Raymond, I knew he was going to come aggressively to this. 25-kilometer swimmer.
So he does the 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a very good 25. He's actually European champion. Current European champion. So at 25 kilometers. So there you go. And he
Do you
came.
know what time he did it in, Jamie? I'd be curious. No? Because we had said about 1 hour 47 for the 10K. There is 4 of them, though, who look like they're pulling away from the lead.
The men, big changes at the top. A couple of Frenchmen leading the pack at the moment. Axel Raymond from France.
Axel's definitely
leading
taking it.
Antoine Olivier, he's in second. Jack Burnell of Great Britain in third. Daniel Zichelli of Hungary in fourth. Federico Fanelli, the Italian, still in fifth. Christoph Razowski in sixth. Logan Fontaine, another Frenchman, in seventh. Tobias Robinson, who's leading. Earlier on this afternoon, he slipped down to 8th place. Simone Ruffini, the Italian.
Now, to qualify for this, Jamie, are there certain times? I mean, how does that take place?
Yeah, it's you have obviously be a very good elite swimmer to qualify, part of the national team. So qualification for the 10K is usually from within your own country. So you qualify within that. And if you're interested in knowing the 25K times, there are about 5 hours in the water.
5 hours.
So there you go, 5 hours in the water.
From Russia in 10th. That's the way it's looking for the men. The women are a fair distance behind, but they should be crossing the 4,920-meter mark in just a few minutes. Keep you updated on the race.
So Oliveri won Abu Dhabi last time round, won 47.
Those four are definitely taking the lead right now of the men.
Yeah.
They're starting to separate.
From them. I think we're just coming up to 5 km mark as well. So.
Trying to drink. I notice right now how choppy that water is. Be quite difficult.
Yeah, the wind, like you said, Amanda, the wind has
Picked up
a bit.
quite
so
a bit.
I think that's what the reason is.
I don't know if you noticed, Jamie, but this morning, that last stretch, the current was quite strong.
Yep, the current can be. It just depends on the time of day, obviously. But yeah, it can be a bit.
I definitely felt the difference.
Yeah.
Now we have the men
Two
leaving, and then we have the women entering.
Yeah, then women
So
entering.
some of the women might be catching up to some of the men.
Yep.
What was the time difference? The women started about 10 minutes after the men?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
10 minutes after. You might not see so many of them taking fuel on here, especially the leaders. They'll try and push on to see if they can make that difference.
Interesting. I noticed that with the buoys, some are going to the left and some are going to the right.
Yeah.
They can.
No, it's just the feed station. As long as they go past that area,
okay.
it's okay. Obviously, we have the important boys, the buoys, the boys, the buoys. It depends where you're from. If you cut corner there,
Then it's when you get disqualified.
Yeah.
If you get a yellow card, is it something where the ref will?
Should hold it up, yeah. You can be told from the boat, the referee's boat. So you really want, if you understand you have a yellow card, you should really watch what you're doing. I don't know if anybody can hear that shouting there. That's them shouting instructions to the swimmers, telling them all different things, different types of tactics. Still have our Spanish swimmer in amongst it, along with the French are there as well. I think we have Germany in the front as well here.
They're about halfway through.
Halfway, eh?
She has a smooth stroke.
Very nice. Very nice. Long.
Jamie is analyzing the strokes of the swimmers.
Right arm, left arm, right arm. Stroke actually changes through the course of the race. Sometimes it can be as low as 60 strokes per minute. but then towards the end can be up to 80 to 90 strokes per minute, depending on the swimmer, depending on the power that they have under the water. Obviously, that's where you generate the power is on your catch. I think we were talking about that earlier. The better, stronger catch you have, the faster swimmer you can be.
You're just gliding through.
Gliding through.
They make it look easy.
Making it look easy, yeah. If only 10K was easy.
So we have the women. Currently, Germany is first.
Oh, and Sharon van Loonedal is second.
Our Olympian.
Yeah, our Olympian,
Dutch
our
Olympian.
friend from the Netherlands.
So the first Olympic Games she went to, she actually qualified in both backstroke distances too.
Yep. Well, she is a pool swimmer, and believe it or not, last year she hardly swam open water. She had a bad season with injury. She never really swam towards the end of the 10K marathon series, and yeah, to win an Olympic gold medal from having a bad injury and recovering well, and
Not bad at all.
did very good. Yeah,
She moved to France when she was young.
Yep.
I think some of the women are going to catch the men.
So you notice her there, she's on her back there. She's having a look to see who's around her there, to see who the close the next person is.
One or two changes at
I did notice the American was in sixth, Haley.
5 minutes and 38 seconds.
Just putting that out there. Okay,
She's now the leader.
Sharon's the leader.
All right.
Good.
From France in third.
Actually, all three of the gold,
Italy.
silver, and bronze
She's in fourth.
winners are swimming.
Yep, they are. Yeah, they are here
Whereas the men,
today.
we just have the gold and the bronze medalists.
From Australia, she's in sixth.
Of course, because the series goes to a lot of different countries, different types of water. Like we're talking in Argentina, it was on a river. Some swimmers prefer. There we go. Sharon's just lapped somebody there, Hong Kong. We're overtaking one of the men. Some swimmers like the warmer water. Some swimmers like cold water.
I noticed in the cold, generally, I feel like your muscles are a lot more relaxed, whereas with the heat, it takes a lot longer.
USA 8th, Great Britain 9th, and Australia 10th. So it shapes up for the ladies after 4,000.
Definitely looks like they're starting to separate.
Meters.
Is that? No, I thought it was a Brazilian swimmer there, but it's not. It's Australia in there as well. Germans.
She stands out with the green.
With the green. If you were swimming Amanda Innes, you'd be wearing a pink hat, would you?
If I was swimming?
Yeah.
But of course, tie-dye.
Many of the big swimming companies out there, FINA, TYR, Speedo, Arena.
Speedo makes one. I have
Yeah,
it.
oh, they have a tie-dye.
Yes, a Jenny,
Wow.
of course.
Wow.
I
A
have it.
tie-dye swim cap.
I have to say, I've always been a Speedo kid. So,
But they don't do beige. A beige swim cap.
who would want a beige swim cap?
I don't know, but I'm sure somebody would.
We'll have to request that.
Yeah.
I'll send a little email.
What about camouflage? Did they do a camouflage one?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. They have all kinds. They have ones with eggs on them nowadays.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Wow.
Actually, most of the swimmers at fourth lane, they have mustache ones. That's the fashion right now.
A mustache.
Mustache swim caps.
Okay.
Yes, I've noticed most of the girls.
Is there a
14,
reason?
15.
Is there a reason? Is that because of Spitz with his mustache?
You know, I'm not for sure.
Yeah, maybe, I don't
have
know.
to
I
ask
don't know.
them.
We'll have to find out that.
I
out.
do notice that there is a swimmer with his swim cap off.
It's come off.
Yep.
Some of them choose not to swim with a cap. You
So
are
they don't
actually
have to?
allowed, you don't have to because your number is on your arms.
I was going to say, I know in most swimming competitions here, they usually...
Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
That's a safety reason, so you can be seen in the water.
I would think the same, though, for this, just to help, too, with being able to identify.
Yeah. Yep, the Hungarians have taken the lead again, I think, from the French, and it's very much like a cat and mouse scenario here. We chasing, letting them go. There's a lot of tactics.
Does an actual team get points too, or is it just individualized?
It's just individualized, yeah. 20 points, I believe, for a win, and then it goes down 18, 16 like this for each different position that you get.
Last year, he's in third at the moment. Daniel Zakeli from Hungary fourth. Federico Vanelli of Italy fifth. Christoph Razowski.
That actually could have been the second pack we were looking at there of men. I think maybe the leading men are in front.
Great Britain is eighth. Simon Ruffini of Italy ninth, and Kirill Abrosilov, another Russian, in 10th place. 23 seconds now the gap between first and 10th.
23 seconds.
23 seconds. It's a big, big gap. But the way it's looking at the moment, it's France leading France and Great Britain in third.
They're halfway through, over halfway through.
Over halfway, yep.
The Canadian coach looks very excited. He had a little hand
movement
whipping,
there, yeah, hand whipping action.
He looked very excited.
So we have the two French swimmers, the Hungarian in the lead, but still really there's no clear anybody in the lead really clearly. So you notice Tim there doing one arm backstroke.
Now they just throw the bottle in, and then it's the responsibility of the coaches to then...
Yeah, so they have to collect it from the feeding pole.
Right.
And then, yeah, they just throw it.
I know they just
out.
throw it.
Yeah.
And then looks like it's neck to neck with Hungary and France. The setting again for this is a lot of people, as you can see, are sitting on the beach at Emirates Palace. And what a cool thing, if you're a tourist here, you come out and you see the open water.
See the swimmers.
Yeah.
The water.
You just never know here.
No, you never know what you can see.
What's going on in the
yeah,
UAE.
Red Bull race was here last month, the Red Bull Air race.
There's a cycling.
Yeah, we have the Abu Dhabi cycle.
That went on.
Yeah.
What?
Smart Cavendish, all these guys. We have Formula One.
Formula One, yes, in November.
Maybe even the UAE might have Manny Pacquiao versus Amir Khan in the boxing.
I saw in the National that's not going to take place.
It's not going to happen.
I saw, Jamie. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Boo. Big Filipino contingent in the UAE. I'd be very sad about that.
There are quite a few who do not have swim caps on.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's and obviously they've just finished building the new Emirates Palace for the Sheikh, which is absolutely stunning.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, if you ever get a chance.
White marble.
Yeah, just incredible. Incredible. You get a chance to come down here, go to the Marina Mall. You can see the two palaces, absolutely stunning next to each other. Oh.
What does the whistle mean, Jamie?
I think somebody's getting a yellow card.
Ah.
So we have Oliver is in first place, Hungarian is second, and Jack.
Jack, look at that, Jamie.
Yes, Jack the lad.
It's definitely going back and forth, and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel Zanetsky is second.
Between the 9th and the 1st, we have 11-second difference.
Which is absolutely nothing. So really, I think it's going to be a sprint finish today. I think last 400 meters will determine who the winner is.
Just 400 meters.
The last 400 meters. So really, we can cut out the 9.6 kilometers beforehand, and we can just do the.
This whistle, Jamie. Have we seen anything that would?
No, but maybe we will. Maybe we'll find out very shortly.
Does it indicate perhaps maybe
an infringement?
A certain distance?
Yeah, they could be signaling to them to tell them that they're on a leader, David Aubry, French. So he's obviously just taking the lead round that last turn there. I think we'll get that confirmed, because I think it's either Oliver or Raymond was in the front there as well, so maybe we need to find that out there.
If they get a yellow card, is there any, like, do they have to sit, do they get dock time? Or?
No, nothing like that. Okay. It's just at the end of the race, if you have...
There's a lot of whistling going on.
A lot of whistling. I think it's maybe to signal that they've just gone round another lap. So as you can see, the two French swimmers have broken away.
They're pulling, definitely pulling away.
Definitely pulling away here.
This is probably the biggest lead we've seen.
Yep,
this afternoon.
I would agree with you.
From Italy, 8th. Krzysztof Razowski from Hungary in 9th place, and Katie Hughes from Great Britain now holding 10th. Big changes. There's still a long way to go to the finish line. Here at the FINA hosa.
The two French have the very high elbows, and then you have the Hungarian with the arm.
With the arms.
We'll call it the windmill stroke.
But it works, he's third.
I know. He's cruising.
He's cruising, so whatever works from, you know.
Matteo Ferna of Italy, 5th. Logan Fontaine from France, 6th.
So David Aubry, or Bry, excuse me if I pronounced that wrong. He was third in Argentina.
He's third. 9th. And Katie Hughes, 10th. There's now only 12 seconds separating first from 10th.
12 seconds.
Of course, the 6,560 meter mark.
6,000.
500 gone.
Ladies in just a few minutes time.
So we have 3.5 kilometers left. I think it's a very fast race today.
Looking out at the Corniche in the Abu Dhabi city.
Yep. Of course, this year was the first year they moved the ITU from the Corniche, and we had it on Yachts Island.
This what was it, 2 years ago, the swim actually took place on the island with Marina Mall.
Yep, that's right.
I have to say I like this location better.
Yep, it's very nice.
It's very nice indeed.
So that's the ladies, the women swimming here. We have a few at the front.
Is it France?
I think it's still Sharon, I think. She's still at the front, I believe, by the looks of things.
Is there a cutoff time?
No. I don't. Every athlete, really, they'll be finished within the 2 hours 15 mark. The women, you know, they did Argentina in around about 2:11, but like I explained, that was a very wind-swept venue, so 2 hours 11. That'll be much faster today. I would imagine the women will be about just over the 2 hour mark, and the men possibly sub 150.
Sub?
Yeah.
Emirates Palace, which is behind us, backdrop, is where they also have the movie. A lot of movie stars will come, I think, in November.
Yep.
We do the cinema awards.
Yep. It's a film festival. It's a film festival?
Yes, I actually got in one year.
Wow. How did you manage to
You know what, Jamie? I
that
smiled.
Secret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Winked.
Winked, and I got in.
Good for you.
Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't know most of the stars, but it had good buffet.
Well, Abu Dhabi's renowned for its Friday brunches.
Yes.
It's food, it's fantastic restaurants, the people.
I'm sure some of the swimmers will go.
So I have my fellow French swimmer laughing here. He's delighted the French are doing so well today.
He's well represented.
Yep, France are doing it today. It's really, Europeans are very strong at this distance swimming. Don't worry, people, those bottles will get picked up.
I was wondering that, Jamie.
Yeah, don't worry. It's pristine waters of Abu Dhabi will not be spoiled by these.
You can hear them yelling out the commands again. Are these usually their coaches?
Coaches, part of their coaching staff, friends or family sometimes, depending on who is their coach. Maybe their coach is their dad or their mother or their uncle.
Several of the swimmers I noticed were motivated by their parents to swim.
Yep, definitely. It's really is one of the best sports to do, swimming. It's great for your body, great for your joints. You can do it for, you know, there's no, anybody can swim. Really.
And after you finish, you can go eat.
Yeah.
My favorite pastime.
As the rest of us. As the rest of us.
What was it? Michael Phelps, they say, consumes about, when he was training, about 10,000 calories a day.
10 to 12,000 calories. So I have a bet for anybody out there, if you can go and eat 12,000 calories in a day, I dare you to. That's quite a lot of Five Guy burgers.
Shake Shack.
Our Shake Shack for him after.
I can only imagine what these swimmers can consume.
Yeah. But when you're training up to 100 Ks a week, you need the calories. You know, you need to put fuel in the body. Although I heard recently they've started this no sugar diet. No sugar or carbs diet.
The swimmers.
Some people think this is a lot of cyclists now have started this. Froome, no sugar diet.
Really?
Yeah. I agree with partially with that. You know, you should limit your amount of sugar intake, but you also need carbs.
I was gonna say carbs are what gives you your energy.
So there we have Sharon's in the lead again. She's still in the lead. We had the privilege last year of swimming with her here at Emirates Palace.
Really?
And it's incredible how fast
sure.
she is. Almost beat her in the relay.
Almost.
Yeah, but she was doing backstroke.
Most of the time, if you're good at free, you're generally good at backstroke.
Yep. Sharon is leading at the moment. Doing a great job here. The Italian is second.
German is third.
Italian is fifth. We have a few French in there as well. The top 10. You have your American Anderson is 10th. some of the favourites though. I can't.
I was gonna say, I was just looking at the two other,
Rachel.
the silver and bronze medalists I haven't seen on the list yet.
No. I think Sharon is pulling away now, to be honest. I think she's going to really try and pull away from everybody now. Van Ronledal, she's Olympic champion.
Now, if they win this, Jamie, there is money. Am I correct? I think there's a prize money.
Possibly, yeah. I would imagine.
I think I saw it's about $7,000 for dollars. Not a bad 10K swim.
Yep.
For $7,000,
I would do that.
I think I would take it.
I would do that for $7,000.
I think it's they were saying it's an amount of money they have, and they split it up between the first, second, and third.
Muller from France, 7. Océane Cassignol from France in 8th. Karina Lee from Australia in 9th. And Haley Anderson from the USA dropping to 10th. That's your top 10. With only 5.5 seconds separating the top 10.
5.5 seconds separating the 10th from the first.
560-meter mark.
That Italian also has that
straight arm.
Yes.
They also, I'm just going to point out to everybody that's watching that sometimes they do the straight arm because they're sighting. If you watch closely, some of the swimmers will do the straight arm as their head rises. Okay, it's a way for them to steady themselves in the water.
Changed.
So it's Sharon Van Rongendal from Julia Gabrielski, Filia Funran, Anastasia Kramivina, 4th, Ariana Brini, the Italian, 5th.
Brini was actually,
yeah,
she was a silver medalist at Rio.
Silver medalist, and she's actually last year's World Cup champion.
And she was the first female Italian swimmer to win the International Swimming Federation title in 2013.
Yeah. She came 5th in Abu Dhabi. Oh, sorry. Yep,
she took up
5th
swimming
in Abu Dhabi last year.
because her parents said she had to exercise, and that's what she picked.
Well, I bet she's glad for her parents now. So if there's any kids out there watching today, listen to your parents, kids.
Yeah, I guess when she was 5, her parents told her she had to do a physical activity, and she said, well, I guess swimming.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
There's a lot of, these people are training. They're 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, let's put this into context. To be a champion, you need to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and train twice a day to be a champion. You know? Don't hit the snooze button. Hit the snooze button. Hit the snooze button for 10 minutes. That's 70 minutes a week. You're missing out in the water.
I think Jamie'd be a hard coach.
Yeah.
You'd be tough.
Well, we'll find out because I'm having a baby in July. My wife's pregnant at the moment, so we're having a baby in July.
Well, then maybe in 20 years I won't be watching you. We'll be watching your son.
Maybe.
See?
You never know.
Just tell them when they're 5, pick a physical activity.
Oh, they'll have no choice about it.
Oh, they'll have no choice. All right. A lot of long weekends then.
Yep. Here we go. We're coming into feed station. I think this is the main now, is it? Back to the main, and we have French swimmers leading. Two French swimmers are leading.
Pulling away.
Wonder if that's Axel, Raymond, or Oliver.
It's quite hard to tell. All we can see is their swim
Or
pads.
Could be David Aubrey. He had a very good swim in Argentina. It's a good chance there. The French are coming, as they say. The French are coming. Fantastic country for swimming, the French. Of course, we have Big Mamadou, who's decided to take up handball. The ex-Olympic champion.
Really?
Yeah, came, I think, silver medal in Rio. Decided.
And now he's doing handball.
Well, he decided he wanted to change, take a little bit of time off from swimming, and they decided to do handball.
That is a very interesting thing.
That's a very interesting change.
I would not expect that, Jamie.
Neither would I.
I don't really know much about handball, but
It's a hard sport. I have played it. I used to be, one point in my life, I used to be a goalkeeper in soccer, that is, in football, and then for some reason I got roped in a few times to playing handball.
a man of multi-talent.
Well, seems like a lifetime ago, Amanda. Seems like a lifetime ago.
I'm sure.
Took up swimming because I had so many injuries. Swimming seemed the right thing.
Good choice.
Yeah, I think so. Keeps you fit, keeps you healthy, keeps you active. Okay, it's Oliver. Oliver is first for the men, and David Aubrey.
You were correct.
Yep. Not a bad shout. I think that's your two leaders there. They've only got one more lap left, I believe.
They've pulled ahead.
We'll find out in a minute. As we go through the timing gate here, we'll find out exactly how they're getting on. It's a shame because I wanted to be very close towards the end. The big
you wanted
sprint.
that 400-meter
I wanted
sprint.
that,
You have mentioned that a few
400-meter
times
sprint.
now, you like that excitement.
Very exciting when you see them
lead.
all fighting each other towards the end. UK, come
so
on.
about a 10-second lead between the first and the second.
That's a big difference. That is a big difference. That could be as much as 25 meters for these guys.
So the 10th place.
Vertman. Yeah.
He was the two-time world champion.
And he's Olympic champion, I believe. For the men, yep. He was Olympic champion this past Olympics for the 10K.
His motto, pain is not my enemy. It's my call to greatness. That's what he said in the Olympics.
Is that what he said in the Olympics?
That's what he said.
Well, I agree with that. Surrender.
Seems to be working for him.
Definitely. Oh, bit of backstroke. He's showing off. So I think he's letting his friend
His
take over.
pastimes are watching TV, I bet, after swimming so much.
I would agree with that.
I think that's all I would be doing. Now, Jamie, is that a strategy they do?
Yep, they've just swapped over the as you've been doing cycling as a peloton fashion. So for anybody that's a big cyclist, the same idea. He's drafting from him here, so because he's drafting, he can save 10% in energy. That is a vital thing towards the end of this race. Really, only having maybe 15 to 20 minutes left. Saving that extra 10% in energy now, letting him drive forward, and they'll swap about maybe another time.
Do you think in teams they ever kind of
decide if one's going to win,
I
or
was
one's
going
going
to
to win?
say, cause
Yeah, I would probably suggest.
Because if he's going to go ahead, then when does you say, all right, buddy, I'm going to go for it now?
Get first, second the whole way through, and then they can just go all out in the last race.
Jack still looks like he's in third.
Jack is wearing a red cap. So
okay.
Yeah, we have, or maybe no, Jack is wearing a black cap. Sorry, yeah, today. Usually wears the red. Yeah, he's close
we
behind.
have France, Great Britain, and Italy. About 20 more minutes.
Possibly, probably less. I think we've only got one more lap to do.
I still think it'd be a nice place to watch this on that yacht.
Definitely.
We have the marina. And the Eye of Abu Dhabi.
The Eye of Abu Dhabi.
The Eye of Abu Dhabi, yes. As you said earlier, Abu Dhabi has it all. The United Arab Emirates.
And I think they're building the biggest eye in the world in Dubai, on the marina just now, I think. The Dubai Eye.
I think you are correct.
Yes. It's in the middle of getting constructed.
I think they're in the race for the tallest building now. They still have it, but I think China's building one. And Saudi Arabia is trying to compete too. So I think we have the women here.
Of course, next year Abu Dhabi is going to be hosting the 25-meter World Championships indoor.
It is, yes. Is it next year?
Yep. It always follows the 50-meter World Championships the following year.
I wonder where that will be held.
Of course, Dubai has an amazing facility, the Hamdan Arena.
Yes.
It's fantastic. The World Championships were there a few years ago. And then we have the World Cup indoor swimming 50 meters coming.
I'm sure Abu Dhabi will.
Oh, they'll bring out everything
Yes,
they've got for that.
I am sure they will impress.
Yeah, as they always do.
Yes. The women have really stretched out. Really started to
I think so.
spread out.
Really, it's only going to be now this first maybe 10 swimmers that will take this. I think the distance between first and out of the top 10 is quite a difference.
I'm believing Sharon is
She's still in the lead, yeah.
She's looking strong.
She loves it here. She was swimming last year. She loves the water, very salty. She liked the buoyancy. So I did think before this race that she would do very well in it.
Yeah, she looks like she's cruising right along. I'm surprised by how much they spot. Generally, the rule of thumb when you do triathlons, it's every 9 to 11 strokes.
Yeah,
but
you know, I think there is a big misconception with spotting. Some people are better at it than others, and there is an art to spotting in the water for sighting. My philosophy is don't go off tangent. If you can spot 5, 6, 8 strokes, then do that. You can lose a serious amount of time by going out of direction, and it's a big thing that triathletes, age group swimmers struggle with is sighting, and there is an art to it.
There definitely is, and I know it takes a lot from your lower back, and then if you have to get on the bike, run, so it's definitely something to practice and build those strengths.
So they practice the sighting in the pool.
I was going to say they must.
Yeah, they practice sighting in the pool. They swim with their team in a group. They'll sight to the end of the pool. They'll come back. Yep. Anybody in it?
Tarzan swimming.
Tarzan swimming.
Yeah. Head up. There are quite a lot of kayaks out there. Boats.
Yep. Safety first, people. Everywhere. All these swims. Always lots of people in the water in case, as you can imagine, 10K is a big distance. There's people get fatigued.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, there'll also be people that don't finish, DNF, don't finish the race. You know, you need to help these people out of the water. 10K is a very high exertion, especially at this pace.
Now, is this still Sharon? She looks like she's starting to be caught up from this perspective.
As you can see.
Schoten of the Netherlands in 4th, Matteo Ferma of Italy 5th, Logan Fontaine of France in 6th, Richard Weinberger of Canada 7th.
Sharon there just looking over her shoulder to see who the next swimmer was. It is difficult in this type of swimming to maintain that lead for such a long time. She did it in the Olympics, but that is when she's at her peak.
Right.
You know, she had that ability in the Olympics to go away from everybody, and she maintained that. And it was a good tactic. However, if it's not your day, that tactic can be disastrous. She doesn't look like she's going to be taking any fuel this time. Maybe she did the last time.
Looks like we have 2 Italians behind her.
Possibly could be Italian. Oh, no, she is. She's taking on liquid.
She's doing the back.
And she's doing the backstroke. And you can see that technique.
That is a very quick drink.
people might ask, how do you get into open water swimming? Well, in Abu Dhabi, there's lots of events like we spoke about, Amanda. There's groups that go out, the triathlon club, the Abu Dhabi Triathlon Club. There's the group that I take out on a Friday, Saturday morning at Sadia Island. Just come along, you can, don't be scared. The water is not terribly deep. All over the world, there's lots of people taking people out, helping people try and get into open water swimming.
And it's just, I think sometimes open water swimming is more relaxing.
Yeah.
Than swimming in a pool. You know, you're actually, I say, going somewhere. In a pool, it's just up and down, up and down.
So lots of amazing races all over the world. Some in Scotland where you swim through a lake, and then they run between lakes. They'll do a 4K swim, they'll run to another lake, they'll do another swim.
Ooh.
So there's a lot of different events all over the world that some beautiful scenery in New Zealand, all these places.
There's
where
one
they
in
do,
Alaska I was reading about that you could swim with the whales.
Doesn't get much better than that. Well, we have dolphins in Abu Dhabi. Some of the dolphins come to Abu Dhabi.
In South Africa, you get to swim with the sharks.
Yeah, I've done that.
There's been several people when they do their open water swimming there.
It's very an amazing place, South Africa. A lot of good swimmers coming from there. We have Chad Leclos, who was Abu Dhabi ambassador for this Abu Dhabi Swim Festival 2 years ago. Nice guy. Obviously was in the Rio Olympics as well as a top contender.
The women are definitely starting that separation.
For
Big
our
separation.
spectators
The
who are still
groups.
here, guys, you can come and join us on the finishing line. The men are already about 10 minutes away from
10 minutes.
finishing. The FINA
10
hosa
minutes
10
from
km
the finish line, so we're looking at a record pace
Men
there.
are already about 10 minutes away.
And that's one of the reasons a lot of these swimmers like Abu Dhabi coming here and swimming. It's a very fast swim. There's not a lot of chop in the water, not a lot of wind, not a lot of wave. Very calm.
10 kilometers.
That's why I say I think Abu Dhabi is a great place for people to start open water swimming.
And the weather, though, Jamie, I know 2 years ago when I came to this, it was quite hot. I mean,
Yes,
the water
it can
itself,
be.
there were no wetsuits allowed. I know for the just swimmers in general who were.
We talked about the water temperature earlier. Here, really, from May to June, really, it's almost impossible to swim in the water. It's the water temperature goes up.
Oh, it skyrockets.
34 degrees, 35 degrees.
Sharon's
You can't swim that. Anyway, back to the race.
But right now it's perfect. This is perfect swimming conditions.
Sharon's number two, is first, and we have the Italian as second.
And the German is in third. They've been leading for quite some
Van
time
Rum,
now.
the German. Yeah, the three of them have been really there. I'm just wondering, is Sharon going to try and maybe...
It's about 20 minutes, 15 minutes left.
She might try and open that up a little bit more, I think. She's doing a bit of bilateral breathing. Breathing both sides, which is an important factor in open water swimming. Bilateral breathing is breathing to either side. A lot of swimmers tend to swim just to breathe to one side, but in open water swimming it's very important that you can swim and breathe to both sides. The reason why is someone could be on your right hand side, you might need to breathe to your left, or someone could be on your left hand side, you need to breathe to your
Or
right.
how the water is going.
Yep.
If the waves. I think too, to be honest, Jamie, it helps with your overall technique.
Yeah.
It just makes a smooth stroke.
Yeah. We're getting a nice panoramic shot there of the bay, the Emirates Palace Bay. Beautiful. So as the sun is dipping, it's a very nice temperature now here in Abu Dhabi.
141.54 for the men.
So actually we're coming towards the end of this race for the
About
men.
8 minutes left.
8 minutes left, and as you can see, the pack has
It's
caught
starting
up.
to clump up.
So
You have 2 packs, it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
The leading pack and then the...
so that whole peloton drafting has just shows you how fast they can catch up on leaders. There's nothing certain, so maybe I am going to get my 400 meter spread.
I was going to say, they probably started it. I mean, since there's only 8 minutes left,
Yeah.
they probably definitely started to kick it into high gear. Could be a fun race for you, Jamie.
That's it. Always leave a little bit in the tank, whether you're a pool swimmer, open water swimmer, always leave something in the tank for the end.
I initially thought you said pill swimmer.
Pill swimmer.
And I was like, pill swimmer? Cool.
We won't discuss that. Pool.
Chelsea Gubechka 7th, Ariana Breedy 8th, the American Haley Anderson improved to 9, and Anastasia FINA in 10th place. So for the ladies, after 8,200 meters and an hour and 32 minutes, it's the Netherlands leading from
I would
Italy,
imagine none are going to
Germany,
stop
Italy,
now.
France,
No.
They're going to
No,
kick
they're
into
going
high
to
gear.
try and push
Yeah.
off here the last few hundred meters.
Aggressive.
Aggressive. You can see them now.
Oh,
They're just really going to try and smash this. I really believe.
And you were right, Jamie. It's definitely
Yeah.
going to be a sprint to the end.
Which is the way you want it.
6 or 7 minutes away
You
from
don't want a clear winner. You want to have a little bit of.
I don't know if the swimmers would say that. I'm sure
Yeah.
they would.
Put the hammer down, Amanda. Put the hammer down, and just everything you've got in the last few hundred meters. That's the way to race.
Grab your food, grab your drink.
It looks like, though, we have a leader up
No, I think they've caught him. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Incredible achievement
Yeah.
for the Abu Dhabi Sports Council, the UAE Swimming Federation.
He does look like he's
FINA hosa 10km marathon
breathing
swimming World Cup.
quite often.
Back to Abu Dhabi for
Yes, that
2017
pack.
here
Look at them
at the
go.
Emirates Palace Bay.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oof.
It's a bit brutal now.
That's
really.
aggressive swimming there. I'm sure, Jamie, you'd want to be in the middle of it.
I love
think
that.
I would be more observing.
At the side,
cheering.
yeah.
Woo!
There is a big thing, you know, if you have to, if you're an aggressive swimmer, which most of the professionals are,
I'm guessing that's the
to
Irish
go round somebody takes time.
Yeah, it's
5 meters
definitely-
extra at least,
Whereas aggressive swimmer will swim on top of you.
basically. But that's what the yellow cards are for. You're not allowed to
Yeah.
swim over somebody to impede them as they're going.
Right.
Okay, but what they're going to do now, everybody, is they are going to, as they go through the gate, they have to touch the gate with their chip.
As we can see in the screen
Yeah.
right now.
So now we have, here we go.
Oh, it's close.
It's very close.
1:45.
So really, who's it going to be? I think it's going to be a real.
And
we
what
have
was
to
the
wait.
time in Argentina again?
The time in Argentina was
1:51,
yeah.
I
So we're
think?
way
So we're-
1:57.
1:57.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
we are
They're cruising.
2 minutes faster. Sorry, over 10 minutes faster. The French are coming. Here we go.
So let's see. Can he keep it? Let's go, let's go.
Who's this in the no
They're
cap?
coming.
Oh, Jack
Oh.
Burnell is there, I think. Is he going to get it?
Oh.
Here we go. We're about to find out who's going to win
A
the
fight
men's
to the
race. It's a
end.
fight to the end. A really aggressive
is
finish.
so
And I
close.
think it's who is it? I think it's Jack. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. That's a fantastic finish. Now, what happens here now is they have to give their name to the FINA official at the side. Will definitely register that they finished, but that was a fantastic board first, sorry.
But it wouldn't be difficult. I mean, in a swim meet, you're at least in lanes. and you
Yeah,
can see
yeah,
it. Whereas
yeah.
here, I just felt, especially Great Britain, yes, you could tell, but the 4
Yeah.
on the other side.
And what's actually been known to happen is they forget to touch the board. It actually happened in the Olympics. The Greek swimmer forgot to touch. He never touched with his
Probably so excited. all
left
the-
hand. He touched with his right hand, and then he had to touch again.
You have to touch.
Well, it's just that as long as you touch it, it's okay. It registers your
okay.
time. But he stroked and didn't touch as he was coming in. whereas Vertman did, and that's how he got the gold medal.
10K is in 1:46.
Yeah, 1:46. So that's faster than last year. What a finish. And it really is a triumph for open water swimming, for Abu Dhabi UAE Federation, for the Abu Dhabi Sports Council to have this event here. It's a fantastic area. I think the athletes love it here because of how fast it is compared to some of the other ones.
I'm just shocked at the difference in time. I mean,
Yeah,
that just shows
it's
you
just
how
incredible. 10 minutes difference.
I bet you it's the buoyancy, the salt water.
Salt water, yeah, because we're in a river before, but also because it's calm. It's not as...
You're in this enclosed area.
Yeah, in an enclosed area. Very little waves, not hardly any wind today. Which is an amazing accomplishment from these athletes.
And you can see them just walking. It's shallow.
Yeah, shallow.
I can confirm Jack Burnell in first place.
Yes,
There
Jack
you go,
Burnell.
Jamie, you were correct.
I knew he would do well today. That's a fantastic effort from the British boy.
I think he could feel you cheering him.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Feel the positive vibe.
He was second last year, so he's done one better this year. Good for him.
Now, do they have to win so many of these in order to qualify for the Olympics?
Not
Or
so much.
for-
I think it's just to do with their overall times. If they get selected by their own federation, their own people. So. They hardly looked like they were breathing there, did they, when they came out the water? They don't look too knackered or tired. So I think the French lady, I don't know, we're just trying to get a look at the women's race now.
I think we saw some of the men still coming in.
So we'll get an official finish table for the men. We'll tell you exactly who's first, second, third, fourth. When it has been posted, we just have to be careful that we don't tell you somebody's won and they haven't.
143, 56, 57. What do you think? You can see the camels in the background.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good
An
touch.
Abu Dhabi special.
That's an Abu Dhabi special. Only in Abu Dhabi can you get a camel taxi.
There's no I was like, what?
Yeah.
That was good.
That was a good one, eh?
I was like, I did that in Kenya. You can actually
get a camel taxi. That's incredible.
Generally, how far are women behind the men? A few minutes?
No, they can be 10 minutes. 10, yeah, about 10 minutes usually behind the men.
First place, Jack Burnell.
So we have it confirmed.
From the Netherlands, second. And Marc-Antoine Olivier from France.
So Olivier is third, French swimmer Olivier. Very Vertman's second for the men, which is a great effort from him as well.
In fourth.
So that's it. Yeah, the men are finished.
His motto
It's
worked,
over.
getting second place.
Yeah, good for him.
Pain is not his enemy, Jamie.
Pain is not his enemy. After 10K, I bet he's in a little bit of pain right now. I bet.
I bet so. I don't know. Coming out of the water, they look pretty.
They look fresh.
Yeah.
Go on, guys, get back in the water and do another 10K.
Or for some of them, you said we're 25K
Yeah, 25K swimmers, so.
They won't even be halfway over yet.
Yep. Japanese
Now,
athlete there, just going out.
Generally, I guess they will go back to their place of residence and then.
I think that probably some of them will do a recovery swim. They would do a recovery swim in the water after the women are finished. They will do some stretching. They probably go for a burger.
Yes, probably a few.
Few burgers.
And then the
yeah.
one in Portugal, I think it'll come up.
It's in a month, I think.
It's in a month.
Yeah.
So will they generally then fly home?
They fly home, they train, continue their training. The season's a very long season, and there are a lot of injuries can occur, which can completely change the way that the scoring system is. Yeah, so you have to be consistent. It's about being consistent to be in the top 5. It's not always about winning one race. You have to do well in all the races.
It's a lot of commitment.
Yeah, finishing in the top 5 in every race, definitely going to guarantee you top 5. But yeah, picking the race that you want to win is important.
I'd imagine their families. That would be, if you have the ability to travel around the world with your son or daughter doing this, that would be
Awesome.
Quite cool.
So this is the ladies here.
It still looks like Sharon's in the lead.
Yeah.
The white swim cap. 147. So probably another 10 minutes, you'd say?
Possibly, yeah. They still have. I haven't seen them go past the last feeding station, so yeah, they've still got a wee bit of time yet. But I know that Sharon has the ability to sprint finish here.
You want another sprint, Jamie?
I love
he
the
is
sprints.
all about the sprints this evening.
Sprint finish, that's the way.
We just had the international triathlon here
ITU, yeah.
last weekend, and that was quite competitive.
Yeah. Must admit, I had a team in that event. We did well. We came second team behind the Bahraini international team. Second with my
Not too bad.
friends Noel and Shannon. We did very well. 18 minutes in the water. I did 1.5 in.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Very nice, Jamie.
Yeah, it was a good job. Good job.
I was cheer squad then.
You were just supporting.
That's what I do best.
Yep. Shannon got a PB in her run, which is good.
A few swim caps.
Her hat is eventually
coming
nearly off. I wonder if that's Ruiz from before. So I'll have to sort that out for the next race. That can be quite off-putting, actually.
I was going to say, it's quite
small, even a small bit of water in your goggle, your swim cap
it just causes frustration. It can play with your mind.
Yeah.
But your swim cap, I mean, especially for women who have long hair, it makes a huge difference.
So we're just finishing here. I think the women are just about to come past the feeding stations. Nobody will really take on any supplements or fuel here. As you can see, there's no poles. So we've got one pole.
They haven't really announced.
It's a bottle of Scottish Iron Brew, I think.
Oh my.
I don't think so.
They haven't really said the winner who is leading first in a while.
I think it is still Shannon.
So in front of
Sharon, I think. Sharon Van Vormedal. The French women, I can't tell exactly. I think there's 2 French ladies in there just now. I think there's a German attacking the front.
It's close.
It's going to be very close.
I think you're going to have your sprint again, Jamie.
Yep. This is the time when you start kicking, Amanda. This is the moment when you have to put it all in the water. You have to start kicking.
As one of our old swim coaches said, it's all about the legs.
It's all about the legs at the end.
When you're sprinting, it definitely is. Those legs definitely need to kick in. Literally. Looks like Sharon, and then we have 2 French.
Yep, 2 French ladies.
An Australian back there. 3 French ladies.
Yep. As I said, the French are large. Lots of athletes from France, and yeah, a country full of amazing lakes. They have the sea, so it's a good, you know, they have a lot of good open water.
We are almost to that final stretch, Jamie.
Here we go.
And it looks pretty.
It's close.
Yes.
But this group has detached from the main group. So there's maybe 10 swimmers, maybe are a little bit in front of the main group.
Say about 3 to 4 more minutes.
Yeah. So
now it's when it's going to start.
Sharon's really going to have to put the hammer down, as I say.
There's about 3 of them all right there. They're almost in that.
So we'll soon find out what's going to happen now as they come in for the last 100 or so meters. Interesting. So close.
It does look like Sharon's pulling ahead.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I think she's going to take it. Unless there's a little bit left in the tank. No, as I thought, Sharon really has the ability to pull away in the last bit. But
there is about
anything can
100
happen.
Meters though, Jamie.
Anything can happen here. So,
I don't know.
It's going to be very close. So we have 3 athletes swimming side by side. It's going to be so close here.
Oh, who's going to touch first?
Who's going to touch first?
I would not want to be
It's
the ref
photo
right now.
finish here.
Oh no, I think it's. I think it was.
Actually couldn't tell you who that was.
I think it was a black cap.
I think it was 2 Italians. Yeah,
I was going to say, I think it's an Italian.
That's hard. That's hard to take that when you've been leading nearly the entire race for more than, I would say, 6Ks and get beaten right at the end.
It would be tough.
As I said, you always have to leave something in the tank. So we'll find out very shortly. As you can tell from our perspective, we cannot tell exactly who won that. It's almost impossible to tell. Photo finish maybe, but the French look happy, so maybe it was the French. So the Italians.
There was 2 Italian though. There's definitely 2 black caps up there. 2
black caps, then 3 white caps.
Sharon's talking to the one up.
Right. So. Yep. They're coming at the water. Fantastic effort, really.
That would be frustrating though, Jamie, to do all that and then to not know.
Yeah, but you know you need to know your surroundings. You need to have the experience.
But I'm saying you get to the finish line and then
you don't know who exactly has won.
Like I'd want a little celebration.
I think maybe the officials has maybe told them told them already. We're waiting for the official announcement, but you also need to be aware of your surroundings in open water. You know, you need to be aware that someone's going to attack you and have a little bit in the tank in that last 100 meters, which is what happened there. The 2 Italians came from behind there and look, they maybe have won it.
I guess it'd be good to swim with a teammate too. We saw that drafting back and forth.
Yeah, well, you see that there are 2 French and 2 Italians swimming together. So we're going to go to an interview very shortly
with the winner,
with maybe Jack.
Possibly.
Maybe the men's winner. Okay. We'll get the official times for men and women very shortly.
First place, congratulations. So how do you find the race?
Yeah, fantastic. The water and conditions out here and everything was absolutely perfect for a race like this. And it's quite tactical because there was lots of turns. It was 6 laps. But yeah, the tactical races are the ones that I love and can really get my tactical brain deep into it.
I have to say the finish was really exciting. There you were, 4th place. The French were going strong, and then you just gradually pulled them back. So can you just explain your tactics coming into the finish?
Yeah, so on the last lap, the French were quite far out in front, the 2 French guys, and I was kind of waiting with the Italian to see if he would bridge the gap, but he wasn't going to bridge the gap. He just seemed to be happy to sit next to me. So my plan and focus in this race is just to win. So I'm not going to sit there and take the French. Let them break away, so I had to do all the work. And then coming into the finish, it was all a bit scrappy, and it was all about positioning. Once you get that positioning right, you're in the best position you can take the race.
And how about this scenery, the views while you're swimming? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, absolutely stunning. I mean, obviously when you're racing, you've not a lot of time to take in the views and the scenery because you have to be switched on the whole race because, as you can tell, the French tried to break 3 or 4 times there and I had to cover every single move myself. No one else was going to do it, so I just had to get my teeth stuck in really.
So a very large pack of swimmers today, over 70 swimmers in there. And how was that? Was it very physical during the race?
Oh yeah, really physical. To be fair, it was actually made less physical by the breaks. The French kept breaking away because it really stretched the pack out, which obviously allowed a lot freer swimming, but obviously it was a lot harder for the guys further back because every time they went round, we sort of strung out in front. So that kind of lessened the physicality, but anyway, when you've got 75 swimmers in there, it's going to be pretty brutal.
And we have the World Championships coming up. That must give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, of course. I mean, after the controversy of the Olympic Games, my remit now is just to go out there and prove everybody wrong. I know, and my public and people back in the UK know that it was daylight robbery out there, and I've basically got to just put that down, lay that to bed, and go out there and prove to everyone I can win everything.
Well, you certainly did a fantastic job today. Well done.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Okay, we had Jack talking there. Like he said, he loves a tactical race, 6 laps. Fantastic.
Okay, congratulations on second place. How was the race for you?
That was really good. It's my first World Cup podium, so I'm really happy about that. I started off a bit too far in the back, so I had to swim like I had to pass a lot of people to get in the front. So it took me a long while to pass all the people. But when I was in the front, I still felt pretty good. So it was a tough race, and it's nice to race against my friends. It was Mark and Jack, and it was really, really nice just to have a sprint like that. Race against for the World Championships this summer.
Now, coming into the finish, I saw you watching the other swimmers quite carefully. So were you really aware about your position coming in?
Yeah, I was really aware about my position, but there was this one French guy, I think it was David Aubry, who came from the left like full speed, and then I know I had to sprint, so I just went on and tried, but it was Jack who out-touched me, which is normally my strong suit, so it was a bit harsh, but it was a good race.
And how did you find Abu Dhabi? How did you find the course here?
The course was really good. I liked that it was a shorter round, especially because it was really easy to get a lot of drinks in. So 6 laps, I had 4 drinks, and with this sun, it's really nice. The water temperature isn't that hot, but the sun keeps burning.
Well, congratulations, fantastic race.
Thank you.
Okay, we had the 2 first and second speaking there about first and second speaking about their tactics for the race. As you can tell, it was
Great.
great.
Race.
Yeah, they enjoyed Abu Dhabi. I liked how Jack answered. Did you like the views when you were swimming? I don't think you're really looking at the views when you're swimming, to be honest. But I'm sure they're taking in the view. I'm sure Jack is taking in the atmosphere now after his fantastic swim.
And he just said how great the weather was. The water,
Yeah.
as you were talking
Yeah.
about, the weather was perfect. The second place winner, though, did mention the water temperature and the
Yeah,
heat, the sun.
Vertman was mentioning
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's not too hot, but the sun makes it hot. So yeah, you have to be careful.
It's quite strong.
He said he took 4 drinks during the event, which is a lot. But yeah, I guess if they're doing 6 laps, it's possible to do that. So it's really good. And Jack was talking there about what happened to him in the Olympics. The UK were very much up in arms about his disqualification from the race. Yeah, but good on him for coming back here and targeting the World Championships this year. So I wish him all
the
the
French
best.
too.
Yeah,
The tactics of the French.
the French, yeah. Saying it was a bit brutal with 72 swimmers out there, but yeah. It's like the Royal Rumble. but in the water.
The new Atlantis.
Yeah.
It looks. They have one in Dubai currently, and they'll have one here now in Abu Dhabi. Great. I noticed Jack's official time was 1:44, Jamie. Whereas again in Argentina, the winner was 1:57.
That's crazy. That's a massive difference.
And as you said, they're going to do. This is the race.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the women's results to come in. We need the women's results, so we're still waiting. I think it was so close towards the end there that they're waiting for the official results before they announce it. I really believe that was super close. You could hardly tell, by the eye. So the timing will be everything here. So.
And it's just based on what the refs say?
No, well, they have a timing chip on the wrist. That's what they're
okay,
supposed to touch with. So we'll find that out very shortly. But that was you're talking milliseconds there. That's the difference in that
Very
women's
difficult to
finish.
tell.
Jack was talking about how brutal it was when he's talking about when they go to the feed station, how you can get thrown about a little bit, the elbows are coming in, you know, everybody's wanting to get their drink, their food. So really, yeah, it looks like fun.
He kept talking about how he just had to take it. Nobody else was taking charge.
Yeah, just go for it, man.
Yeah, that's what
I say that to people. You know, when they're doing their triathlons, their open water swimming, if you don't go for it, what have you got left? Nothing. Just do the best you can, when you can. That's it. You can sit in the hotel room at night worrying about what you should have done in a race when you should have just done it.
We're still waiting.
There are no excuses.
There are no. If Jamie goes to FINA World Cups, that's going to be your philosophy.
No excuses.
There's no excuses.
No excuses in life. Yeah. Positivity will conquer all.
Your son is going to have a tough line to follow, but luckily I feel like your wife will be the soft shoulder.
Oh, you think so? Yeah. My wife has been known as a bit of a Terminator at times, so she's worse than me.
Oh my. There really will be no excuses.
There will be no excuses.
Beautiful scene in front of us.
Yep. Some of the Abu Dhabi wildlife.
It would be hard as a swimmer right now to just be waiting.
For that official
Oh, you just
times
swam
to
10Ks.
Yeah,
and now you're waiting to see
to find out who's officially won the race.
It would be so difficult.
Yeah, definitely. Very difficult to take. As soon as we have those official women results, we'll let you know.
Starting.
So we have an interview now. Maybe this is with the women's winner. Let's hope. We're about to find out.
Sharon, congratulations. We know you finished in the top 3. We're still waiting for the final results. Could you just talk us through the early stages of the race and how you found it?
Well, you mean how I found the race here? Or?
Yeah, the early stages, the first half of the race.
Well, it was pretty easy. I think we weren't going really not so fast. So at the third round, I was in front, and I was like, oh, this wasn't the plan. So I just swam a little bit easy in the front, and then at the 4th lap, I tried to speed it up a little bit. No, at the 5th lap, sorry. And then the last round, I felt everyone pushing at my feet, but I was just keeping energy for the end and tried to focus on the sprint because I never did a sprint before. So I think I'm pretty happy with the results, even if it's 2nd or 3rd. So the sprint went very well, but it just was the touch. I didn't touch very well, I think.
Well, it was a very exciting finish. And so were you aware about where the swimmers were around you when you're coming in to touch the board?
Yeah, I saw that we were with 3 in front. But and I felt a lot of girls touching my feet, so I think we were with 8 at the finish or something.
And so we have the World Championships coming up in Hungary. And what's your thoughts about that event?
Well, I think I can do pretty well. I think I can do top 3, but you never know at the finish how it is, you know. So for me, it was a test to finish with the girls here.
And how do you find the course here in Abu Dhabi?
Oh, it's really good. It's flat, but you have sometimes a little bit wind, so it makes it a little bit. You have a little bit of waves, but yeah, for me it's different. It's 6 rounds. Normally it's 4, so yeah, it's good to train.
Well, congratulations! Fantastic race.
Thank you.
So there we had Sharon van Rondendal talking about her swim experience here in Abu Dhabi. We still don't have official times yet, but 100% sure what's going on. It must have been very close.
I noticed that all three of the athletes they've interviewed, the swimmers, all three said that the 6 rounds were unique. It was
good.
something different.
Yeah, well, my experience of open water swimming is it's usually 4 as well.
Yeah, that's what they were all,
Yeah, so 6 is 6.
But
Obviously, they enjoyed it. So
yeah, but all of them said too that it was good conditions, but they all mentioned that 6.
it makes it for a different type of technical race.
That's what Jack was saying.
Yeah,
it was more
so
tactical with the turns.
With the turns, so you know maybe whereas some of the events there's a longer stretch to get into a rhythm before you have to turn. Maybe that suits some of these swimmers where the 6 sets of turns. You know, it's yeah, very good. We're just seeing some of the highlights here. The sprint finish though for the women's was amazing at the end there. You know, for so many of them, she's talking about 8 of them together at the end, and that's an incredible thing. And she's talking about people touching her feet.
I like how she mentioned in her interview it wasn't part of the game plan.
To be leading at the front.
Yeah, to lead. I was like, well, if I was that, I'd be like, yes.
She said that about the Olympics as well. It wasn't really her game plan to win the Olympics, you know, but she did it. So
I
good
like
for
this
her.
game, you know.
I would suggest her for the rest of her career. She just goes with it because she seems to do very well when she just goes with it.
But I'm sure
know?
the tactics.
Yeah.
She said she actually went slower on the 4th because she wanted to.
Yeah, she had to reserve a little bit of energy.
Yeah.
But it's really amazing actually how someone like her, she's very young to open water swimming. She only changed over like a year ago or 2 years ago to open water swimming. How well she's adapted to it. I mean, definitely she's going to be here for a long time and be winning things for a long time. I'd watch out for her in the World Championships as well. Fantastic swimmer.
She hopes to. She was saying in the interview she hopes to be in the top 3 for that.
Well, I think she could even win it. She gets her tactics right, and that comes with experience.
The game plan.
Yeah, it comes with experience. You know, experience in open water swimming is a vital part of swimming. Knowing when to go, knowing when to hold them, and knowing when to fold them. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
it's going to be a new terminology, I think, for FINA. Beautiful UAE flag. Nice breeze. The days are starting to get longer here, which is nice. But I'm sure with that's going to come the heat. We are still waiting, ladies and gentlemen, to find out who the official winner is.
Exactly. So let's hope we get that very soon. It must have been very close for them to be this.
It's been almost
long.
what, 10 minutes?
Yeah,
and they still
it's
haven't.
remarkable actually. Still waiting for it officially. Let's hopefully it's. So this is only the second swim. We have next time round we are in.
The first one was in Argentina. Then we have Abu Dhabi.
We've got where is it next? We're
Portugal.
Going to Portugal. Wow, that'll be good.
I think the final one is in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, yeah, that'll be amazing. Portugal. We have Canada. We have a couple of swims of Canada, I think. Then we have China and Hong Kong. So a lot of nice places to visit for these athletes.
A busy schedule.
A busy schedule. It doesn't finish until October.
Really?
Yeah, so it goes through the World Cup, goes through the World Championships, sorry. And yeah, we'll find the winner later on in the year. So obviously still hanging on here, waiting for the results.
Sailing's coming quite big here in the UAE.
Sailing is very big in the UAE, especially with the old style boats.
Yes. We are still waiting.
Looking through the marina here. So we've got any other interesting facts we can tell people about open water swimming? Amanda, do we have anything else to whet people's appetites to get them to start open water swimming?
To get them to start?
Yeah, or you know, to maybe transfer from pool swimming to open water swimming. I think it's something that your team, that your coach really sees in you. If you're not competitive in the sprint aspect of pool swimming,
definitely more endurance based.
and then you know we're all different. You know, some people are good sprinters, some people are better endurance athletes, and that goes for the swimming side of things.
But I think though too, Jamie, I don't know if this is true or not. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in terms of competitiveness, you know, pool swimming, it's very competitive. You know, to get on, you know, into the Olympics and so on and so forth. Whereas I think open water is still.
It's new. It's
yeah,
kind of new.
It's
you
new.
know,
it just came to the Olympics.
Yeah, 2008.
Yep,
so
the first one was in Beijing.
You know, was the first. Then we had London, and then we've had Rio. So it's really only really new.
The Olympics.
Yeah,
so I think it's a good opportunity for people who maybe who wouldn't have the opportunity for pool swimming to do open water.
So that's a good thing. Everybody likes a bit of controversy in swimming, don't they? They always like a bit of controversy. Everybody loves controversy in any sport. But today we're waiting for these results. That could be the controversy.
It could be.
Maybe it's a draw.
I saw that Michael Phelps might be coming back to the next Olympics.
Again? It's a bit greedy, isn't it?
I don't know. He retires and then he comes back. It's kind of like Brett Favre in America with American football.
Does he want to tile his entire roof with medals? I don't know what he
I
wants
was
to do
pretty
with all.
impressed when he did the photo shoot in Sports Illustrated. He had all those medals.
There's a lot of medals there.
Yes,
You
I had
probably
trouble
weren't
holding
just
the
looking
one
at the medals
that I got from participating today. That was pretty heavy on my neck.
Was it for participation? So here we go. We've got the men's results here. Jack Burnell, Ferry Voigtman, and David Aubrey are the top three, with Mark Antonio Oliveira, Daniel from Hungary. So we've got a few swimmers in here, a couple of other Russians, Netherlands, and Italians in there. So all good nations.
Mark won bronze at the Olympics. He got fourth today, and then he won bronze
in the Olympics
this August in Rio.
the top three finishers, 2 Olympic medals there. The gold and the bronze medalists there were in the top. So just shows you the pedigree of open water swimmers that are coming here to Abu Dhabi. The gold medalist, the bronze medalist finishing in
all 3 medalists, as we mentioned earlier, were here with the women.
And still we're waiting for these women results. And here we go. No, it's the men again. The men's. The time is absolutely incredible.
So
the time is absolutely incredible. You know. Just it's.
I think the men show you though why it's so difficult for the women.
Yeah.
Just to show how close they are.
But just to let people know back home, you watch this on the TV, to get an understanding of this, they've swum that. Jack swum that there in an average of 102 per 100 meters. 102 per 100 meters. That's incredible.
That would be 4 laps in a 25-meter pool.
Yeah.
4 laps?
4 laps in a 25-meter pool, 2 laps in a 50-meter pool, times 100.
That's cruising. I won't even tell you what
so
my
next
time
time you
is,
go
Jamie.
to your local swimming pool,
attempt it.
attempt.
Without having a heart attack. And attempt it again and again.
Yeah.
Because they're maintaining a heart rate probably, I would say, no more than 80%. Endurance, 83. When you do an endurance event, you can't raise it.
No, you can't because it is over such a long period of time. However, I would just like to point out to people, the drafting that they do helps that
significantly.
Yeah. if they went in a time trial situation, the times would be different. They would not be able to maintain a 1:02. It's really quite incredible. And still, we're waiting for these women's results.
I wonder if there was some
Controversy.
Yeah, like you'd mentioned
like
earlier, because it's taking a very long time.
I'm sure we'll find out very shortly.
Congratulations on coming first. How was the race for you?
It's good, very good. I am first, so it's difficult for me after Rio. So now it's just my first time, my first 10K with 7 months. So my goal after before the race is top 8 because it's a qualification for the French team. So I am first. So now I am very happy. It's a great race here. It's not my first time. Last year I won too. So no, it's very good. Abu Dhabi is good for me.
And so that means you've qualified for the World Championships in Hungary. So when is your qualification for Hungary?
It's my pre-qualification, and my qualification is during for the French Championships in June. So top 2, the French team. So okay.
And the finish was very close. Can you talk us through the finish, please?
Yeah. It's very close. I don't know place after the race. So with Sharon and Italian girls. So no, it's very good.
And so finally, the course. Did you enjoy swimming around the course? Because it was 6 laps, which is a little unusual. How did you find that?
Yeah, it's cool. It's not boring for me. It's just 6K. So no, it's good.
Well, congratulations on coming first place. It's a fantastic result.
Thank you very much.
Can I just ask?
Okay, so there we go. Winner, Müller from Germany. From France.
Oh, I was
sorry.
like, Jamie?
French.
I
sorry.
think she's French.
Yeah, she's French. Sorry.
So
about
initially I thought it was Sharon. And when they
that. I
interviewed
think
her.
she's third.
Third,
I think
okay.
she's third, and the Italian, as she said, the Italian was second. I'm not sure which Italian that was, but I'm sure we'll find out. But yeah, fantastic for her.
Again, mentioned she liked the Abu Dhabi course.
Yeah, everybody, Abu Dhabi. Let's bring it back next year.
Is the place to be.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi.
And it's not boring.
No,
she
it's not boring. Not boring at all.
6 laps.
6 laps.
They all seem, you know what? They all seem happy. They all seem very pleased with how the environment was in which they were swimming in.
It's good. The water's
good to
quality.
hear.
The water quality is very good. You know, this time of year it's fantastic. A great place to hold an event like this. Let's bring more here.
Yeah?
Let's have more open water swimming here.
You organize it, Jamie.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
We have the UAE Coast Guard there.
Chilling out.
She didn't. It was so close. She said she had no clue who got second or third.
Yeah, that's what this open water swimming's like.
Yeah.
If they swim in that style, it's very rarely that someone does lead far in the front.
Yeah.
It's very unusual.
They still haven't put up the
Official women's time. I think those 8 swimmers coming in as fast as that, it's very hard to tell.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of time to decide. You're talking half a second, you're talking milliseconds by the time they touch the board. So really they have to get it spot on. Those times are important. It's unfair for athletes to get up on the podium here and not be given the correct prize. So
beautiful scene there.
here we go, and of course it wouldn't be possible without the lifeguards from. Fantastic job today. Everybody's made it back.
They have been busy today, Jamie.
Busy today with the
Since
mass.
6, I saw them this
mass
morning.
participation swim today. Yeah, it was very good.
And now they can relax.
They can relax.
Breathe easy. We had a little victory cheer from the rescue boat.
Yep. Yeah, fourth lane today had 3 swimmers in the top 5.
Well, would you expect anything else, Jamie?
I wouldn't expect anything else. I was almost up there with the young guys. I was 5th. So I was nearly there, nearly there.
Nearly, he says, folks,
Yeah.
nearly. We won't ask him how the other swimmers were or how old they were.
Yeah, try under 19s, you know, it's younger.
Yes.
Minus 16.
15, 16.
It's crazy.
Yes, but they train very hard.
Yeah, 7-8 times a week.
A lot of strength. They do strength training usually before and after.
Yep. Of course, these young kids, some of them here have got an opportunity of maybe swimming with their national team. You know, I know we have a couple of young swimmers here who swim French national team and Dutch national team, or have done.
We just had a swimmer with 4th lane, I think, go back to Belgium and compete on her national
So that's
team.
good. You know, we have a lot of quality in Abu Dhabi, young people living here, a lot of expat community living here. We also have a UAE national team. We had the First Lady, she was in the flag bearer for the UAE Olympics.
It's growing. It's developed. There's so many sporting events. I mean, yesterday there was a 10K, a 5K. Every week, especially in the winter, you have some sporting event taking place, and it's great because, you know, I think the UAE kind of had a bad image. They, I think, really struggled with obesity.
Yeah.
Quite a few years back, and I think they're really trying to be proactive.
Yeah, the Sports Council, the federations have really tried to develop the youth in Abu Dhabi and Dubai and the UAE in general to make them more active.
There's a lot of incentives.
Yeah, there is. And it's good. They're from a very young nation in terms of, you know, competing in the Olympics and things like this. You know, so.
Bahrain's also doing something similar. They're really promoting the fitness.
So we're just about to go to another interview. It's just as the sun is setting here.
Okay, congratulations on 3rd place. How did you find the race?
Yeah, it was very difficult because there was a lot of people in the water. We was 50, yep. And there was a lot of strong swimmer like Sharon, Aurélie, Rachele, and for me it was an honor swimming with them.
And it was 6 laps today. Was that a bit unusual for you to swim 6 laps instead of 4?
Yes, and the buoy, on the buoy there was a lot of people, so it was like a box, a box playing, so it was hard.
So it was a very physical race for you, a lot of contact with other swimmers?
Yes, especially on the pontoon.
And the finish itself, it was a very fast finish and very close. So what were you thinking going into the finish?
It was difficult. I saw the swimmer with me was Aurélie and Sharon, and I was thinking, wow, today it's hard. I try to get faster, but 3rd place today, so it's good.
Oh, 3rd place is fantastic. And so what is your next big goal now? Are you going to the World Championships?
Before the World Championship, I have to qualify at the National Championship. So I have to do the qualification like in June, and then I hope to be in World Championship.
And what do you think of Abu Dhabi? Did you enjoy your swim here?
Yes, the water temperature was fantastic and the place is unusual. It's the first time for me here and it's very nice. I think I will come back.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So
Again, she mentioned
the water temperature.
how nice Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Congrats to her.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about qualification, and every country has obviously their own qualifying.
Both women mentioned they actually haven't qualified
yeah,
yet.
because these squads are so good. French, Italian squads are so good. They have a variety of different swimmers that are so good that they have to qualify for their own, even if they won every World Cup event that on the calendar, they still have to qualify in their home national championships.
That's intense.
That's intense. Like the Americans, you know, the American first team that go to the Olympics, they have the national trials in the US. Yeah, they have to. There's some of that swimmers are better than the first team swimmers from other countries, but they don't make it. And it's on the day is the most important thing.
She did mention, which I noticed you laughed, Jamie, about the boxing match at the buoys.
Well, everybody loves a boxing match.
She's, you know what? She honestly just seemed grateful, and
well, my philosophy is you only get one chance in some of these races. If you're if you're in the Olympics or the World Championships, you only get one chance. There's no point in being, you know, soft when you're in these situations. As I say, you have to be like a hammer, and you have to go straight through the situation, and you have to be in. These girls have done very well today to get out of that situation and to finish very well.
And both the men and the women mentioned how many people were in the water. You know,
yep,
there was quite a bit. So Jamie was correct. There was some
confusion.
Yes, some controversy.
Some controversy. We've just been told that the controversy with why it's taken a while is because as they come through, when they do their chips, their number is also taken because they wear a number on their shoulder and arm. However, because of the amount of sun cream that you put on your body, because obviously earlier on today
they probably put it on, which will
takes the number off.
Yeah.
So therefore, we've got a bit of controversy because they've
some of the numbers
had come off. So that's why it's
always important to put your number on first and then apply the sunscreen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even then. Yeah.
Comes off. Also, some athletes would use some sort of a rash balm or a Vaseline under the arm, the shoulder area because of chafing.
Correct.
If you're swimming 1-2 kilometers, this might not happen, but you start going over 2, 3, 4 to 10k, you need to use oils. You need to use some sort of lubrication for the body, which is actually in the past has been an issue. So you're only allowed to apply a certain amount of yeah.
Interesting fact, Jamie.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
And that's the ADNOC building, Abu Dhabi National Oil Company's building. It's very new, very beautiful inside.
It's very unique.
The
architect here is quite phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think they really strive to have unique architecture.
Abu Dhabi, one of the only countries with a round skyscraper, the Aldar building. We have the Grand Hyatt Hotel. That's different, like leaning tower of.
It twists.
It twists, yeah.
I like how she said in her interview she wants to come back and visit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We have some spectators.
Some kids
Again,
there.
this is a great family event.
Obviously swam this morning. They've got the T-shirt from the event. The young girl there.
Some sunburns too. Little rosy cheeks.
A little bit red there. A little bit red there. Yeah.
The sun is starting. You have the new palace in the background, which we had discussed earlier.
Yeah. Which is stunning. When at night when it's lit up, it's
phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Is it true, Jamie, that the Sheikh used to live in Emirates Palace, and then that's what the rumor I heard?
He used to live in Emirates Palace, but now he lives in his new pad.
Now he lives in the new palace, correct?
His new pad, yeah.
Yes, Emirates Palace is stunning, absolutely breathtaking.
When you're a little boy from my hometown in Scotland, Thurso it's called, and you have a chance of coming to Abu Dhabi and you see these things, it's actually incredible. You know, I come from the most northernly, one of the most northerly towns in the whole of the UK, so I have opportunity to come in here and see this. In my home country, Scotland, the water temperature hardly gets over 16 degrees.
I was going to say, when I was in Ireland swimming, it was 17, and the Irish were saying how lovely it was.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
I was the typical American.
Positively balmy.
Oh, my goodness gracious, this is freezing.
Yeah.
And, of course, it rained that day, and this is normal.
Yeah, usually wetsuit all year round. Even though Wild Swimming Scotland, there's a group of people that go out, they do a lot of swimming with no wetsuit.
I think living here for the past 5 years has made me very weak in terms of water temperature.
Yeah, and it will do. Some people try and train here to swim the channel. It's very difficult to train here to swim the channel. People have done it, but the channel, the English Channel, I'm meaning one of the biggest marathon swims in the world, one of the most popular ones. They try to train here. It's very difficult to replicate that. So they sleep at night with AC full on to try and replicate the cold.
I do that now.
Yeah.
Is there a man currently trying to swim across the Atlantic, right? Or did he stop?
I don't know. I did read about that, but I don't know. That's a hard.
I know there was somebody who tried to swim from England, I think, to Brazil, and he had to stop in December. He had shark encounters.
There's a lot of wildlife in the water that doesn't.
He would
you know,
rub lard on.
Goose fat. That's another one they used to use to swim the channel. When you swim the channel, you're not allowed to wear a wetsuit. You have to. There's regulations as to be an official swim.
The English channel, you can't
Yeah.
wear a wetsuit.
No.
Oh my goodness.
There is now. I say to people who do it with a wetsuit, but to be an official channel swimmer from the few hundred that have done it, you're only allowed to use a type of.
Interesting. I noticed one of the swimmers here. Unfortunately, I can't remember her name. She actually had hypothermia and had to pull out of the London Olympics. So
Hypothermia.
Yeah.
Not good.
No, not good at all.
Not good at all. So we're just watching some of the highlights from the event here in Abu Dhabi. Fantastic day. Have to thank the UAE Federation for
You can
this.
even see some of the women now, Jamie. It's difficult. Obviously, you can see hers, but I noticed the swimmer before.
Yeah.
Some of the writing.
Some wear 2 caps. We just saw a lady there taking the gel on. Some swimmers wear 2 caps. They put the cap on, pull the goggles on, and then pull the cap over it. But as I was explaining earlier, if you do this and something happens to your goggles, like they were talking about a boxing match, if you happen to have a bit of a boxing match in the feed station and somebody grabs your goggles, what do you do? Does the could come off? Hats off?
I don't know. You have to ask the ladies.
I wouldn't quite fancy swimming 10k in these salty waters with no goggles on.
I have to say, my first open water swim, actually, I did get hit in the face and I lost my goggles. It was ITU,
Ooh.
and I didn't have goggles for a 1.5 kilometer swim. I got out of the water, very bloodshot eyes.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It was not fun. So a 10K. I wonder what you do in that situation.
Just keep swimming.
Just like they say in
Dory.
Finding Nemo.
Dory says, just keep swimming. You know?
Just keep swimming. I don't know if I would agree with you there. We are still waiting, I think, for the official times. We have a.
Looks like some
It's-
sort
I
of
think-
crustacean.
It was really. I was telling Jamie earlier. I was actually swimming and I saw a sea turtle, and it actually had
Barnacle.
barnacles all over it.
It's an old.
And they say that a lot of times the sea life here will have that, and they just scrape it off. But unfortunately, it can lead to them.
Diseases and problems. Yeah.
So we have the men's here.
Yep, the men's results, which we knew from earlier. We have them running down. Everybody here. FINA 10th place, Vanilli 9th, 2 Italian swimmers, 2 French finishing together, 21st, 22nd. Axel Raymond, like we were talking about, who was leading earlier on, dropped quite a bit off. So as we're finishing up today, we're just to have a look around the Athletes Village here. Athletes Village. We have everybody having some snacks, getting some protein, getting some refreshments back in their body after that grueling test. It's a lovely venue here in Abu Dhabi. Demand Active Life, one of the sponsors this morning from the mass participation swim, put on a lot of good things for everybody this morning. So that's actually a Grand Hyatt hotel. I think it's nearly finished. We've very nice. Twisted building as well. It's architecture is very nice. So if you want to know any more information about FINA, the events that they have coming up, you can go onto the FINA website. You can check out it's FINA.org. You can go to Twitter, check out Twitter feeds, FINA Open Water, hashtag FINA Open Water. There's lots of great events on FINA over the next year from all over the world. FINA also takes care of the dive and synchronized swimming events, everything that we have. There's the French team, some of the coaches there. Some of the VIPs come to watch the Abu Dhabi Swim Festival. One of our
We are still waiting for the official results for the women to be announced. The sun is starting to set in Abu Dhabi. It's been quite beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. We're just 2 minutes away from the prize presentation for the FINA hosa 10km Marathon Swimming World Cup here in Abu Dhabi. Just 2 more minutes as we get all the swimmers ready. Gives me enough time to thank our sponsors for the wonderful, wonderful support. Many thanks, as always, go to the Abu Dhabi Sports Council and their commitment to bringing world-class events to Abu Dhabi. Today we've had over 120 of the best open water swimmers in the world swimming with us at the Emirates Palace Bay in the FINA hosa 10km Marathon Swimming World Cup, so they deserve a big round of applause. Thank you also to the UAE Swimming Federation for their wonderful support. Thank you to the Emirates Palace for this fantastic venue. Thanks to Daman, Active Life by Daman, of course, and there are many initiatives around Abu Dhabi in promoting a healthier, more active lifestyle for the young and the old as well. Thank you to Etihad Airways, the national airline of the UAE, and to Emirates Motor Company agents, of course, for Mercedes-Benz. Many thanks to our sponsors and, as I like to call them, our supporters for bringing world-class sporting events to Abu Dhabi. Hopefully, we can continue this wonderful working partnership for many years to come. Thanks again. Just another minute or so until we get all the athletes ready, and then we'll commence with our prize presentation and medal ceremony.
There's about 1 more minute until the prize ceremony begins. spectators. Some individuals who did the swimming race this morning. You can tell by their purple shirts.
We're nearly ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're just awaiting the arrival of one more athlete to arrive from the athletes' village in just a minute or so. Please bear with us. Thank you.
So I think we're still waiting. We're going to be doing the presentation. First, second, third position for men and women. It's been a fabulous day though, from this morning. From the events we did in the mass participation swims, Abu Dhabi Swim Festival, until this afternoon. It's been great. Soak in the views from Abu Dhabi. We're just waiting now for the presentations, so enjoy the view, people. Abu Dhabi is becoming a great destination for people on holiday, coming here on holiday. Lots of events, lots of things to do, especially if you're into triathlon, swimming events. Golf is very good here, lots of different amazing golf courses in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Yeah, lovely place to come and visit, lovely place to live. So a few 50-meter, couple of 50-meter pools in Abu Dhabi. We have the New York NYU University campus. We also have Officers Club, Armed Forces Officers Club, where we fourth lane swimming, train there 3 times a week. Yeah, it's lovely.
As we said, thank you very much for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ladies 10-kilometer, FINA hosa 10-kilometer Marathon Swimming World Cup here in Abu Dhabi. Let me introduce you to our VIPs who will be on stage presenting the medals for the ladies. Please welcome Mr. Abdullah Al-Wahabi, the head of the Interim Committee for the UAE Swimming Federation, to join us on stage. Please join us, Mr. Abdullah. Also, Mr. Taha Al-Kishri, the General Secretary of the Asian Swimming Federation, and His Excellency Arif Hamad Al-Awani, the General Secretary of the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. Gentlemen, please join me on stage to present the medals for the ladies, and the trophies, of course.
So here we go with the ladies' presentation for the 10K marathon open water swimming for Abu Dhabi World Cup.
We have the men in their traditional dress of the
Yep,
UAE.
Honduras. There'll be some members from the UAE Swimming Federation.
Usually informal events, they'll wear their Kandora.
Yep.
And I think our sportsmen and sportswomen and athletes and swimmers all deserve, before we bring them up on stage, a fantastic round of applause here at the Emirates Bay Palace. At the Emirates Palace Bay, I should say, for their wonderful achievements. As
Here we go, we've got the...
In third place for the ladies, representing Italy, Ariana Breedy. Please give a round of applause. Ariana Breedy in third place.
Andriana Breedy, was it Breedy? How do you pronounce her name? third place, and our very own
And of course, Mr. Abdullah
Sharon
Ruhi
van
presenting
Rondewaal with a
bronze
second.
medal. In second place, representing the Netherlands, Sharon van Rovendal.
She led the whole race,
Representing,
Jamie.
for Sharon,
Pretty much the whole race, and she managed
will
to
be
get
Mr. Taha
second
Al-Kishri, the
at the
General
end.
Secretary of the Asian Swimming Federation.
Oh, I thought she was doing a cheeky effort there and going,
It looks like they're getting some nice prizes.
yeah.
Little bag.
Nice medal.
I noticed all the swimmers when they walked out of the water each got a bag too. Little souvenir.
Little souvenir. Nice.
And in first place, what a fantastic performance, representing France, Aurélie Muller from France in first.
Well done.
And presenting
Fantastic.
the gold medal, His Excellency Arif Al-Awani, the General Secretary of the Abu Dhabi Sports Council.
So that was a great effort from the French lady.
Great. It just shows how close the race truly was.
It really does. It's incredible, actually, how amazing these swimmers are, and how they can sustain that for such a long time. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of France.
Silver and
So
bronze.
it's the national anthem of France. Our friend David Bowe, he'll be very excited about the French coming in first.
Too bad he left already.
Yeah, he's left. Very much a European swimming event. Very much the Europeans top of the podium here today. Although I don't know if you would class the Brits as European now after Brexit. Who knows? Who knows?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, your medalists, Ariana Brini from Italy, Sharon van Hovendal from the Netherlands, and Aurélie Muller from France. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause one more time. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So technically, you're still European.
Yeah, still technically, yeah. Now, there's the Netherlands team, another full of amazing swimmers as well. A lot of good young swimmers coming through.
Thank you very much, ladies. Well done. Moving on to the men's.
So we have the men now.
Ceremony. Oh, what a fantastic race it was. Celebrating athleticism at its finest at the FINA hosa 10km Marathon Swimming World Cup here in Abu Dhabi. Let me call upon our delegates on stage. His Excellency Arif Hamad Al-Awani to stay with us on stage, the General Secretary of the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. Also, can I call upon Mr. Taha Al-Kishri, the General Secretary of the Asian Swimming Federation, to stay with us on stage. And from the MAN, Mr. Hamad Abdullah Al-Mihyas, the Chief Process Officer. Join us on stage, please, gentlemen, for the award ceremony for the men.
Get some behind the...
Bit behind the scenes there. Obviously having to get their sponsorship promotions on FINA, hosa.
Indeed.
I think Etihad was
As
on
we
there,
welcome
Mercedes
our
Benz.
wonderful
Etihad,
athletes here in
Mercedes-Benz.
Abu Dhabi.
The man,
Representing
Active Life.
France
The man,
in
yes.
third place, please welcome David Aubry in third place.
Yes.
Sporting events are on.
Well, they are an insurance company for your health, so the healthier you are.
That is true, and I think you
Yeah.
get a discount when you're healthy with them.
Yep. So we got third place
Mr. Hamad Abdullah Mehias from Daman, the Chief Process Officer, presenting for third place.
David Aubrey, third place.
In second place, representing the Netherlands, Ferry Weertman.
Ferry Weertman, the Netherlands are on the podium again. Oh, big fan club for Ferry. Do you think he took up swimming because his name was Ferry? That's an amazing, actually. I like his outfit, it's very nice.
They love the orange. The football team, you can always tell when.
Yep.
He's very happy.
Yeah, he's very happy, man. I like him. He looks good.
Winner for the FINA hosa 10km.
Here's the Brits coming.
World Cup 2017.
The British are coming.
From Great Britain, it's Jack Burnell.
Jack Burnell, fantastic.
He doesn't look as happy.
He doesn't look as happy, but that's a British way. That's a British way.
Okay.
You know, it's casually get up there.
Will be Mr. Taha Al-Kishri, the General Secretary of the Asian Swing Federation.
What? Casual?
Pretty cheerific.
Yeah, cheerific, yeah. No, he's smiling now.
And he did a little slap.
Yeah. Well done, son. Good.
You think he'll wear that on the airplane home?
I would. I still wear my one. Anything I've ever worn, I still wear it.
Really?
Work, you know, restaurants. Just wear your medals, everybody. If you've got a medal, wear it.
Jamie's advice. Jamie's given a lot of advice this evening.
Nice. Congratulations, gentlemen. Please rise for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Here you go, Jamie.
Wait, stand up now, Amanda. Stand up. And I'm not going to sing. There's the times, amazing. 1:02. Makes me very proud.
Very smiling. They're even going to raise the flag up. This is official.
In the house.
Once again, as in first, second, and third from France, David Aubrey from the Netherlands, Ferry Weertman, and Jack Burnell, your winner from Great Britain. They deserve a big round of applause.
Well done, chaps. A fantastic effort.
What a fantastic achievement. Our thanks once again go to the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. Thank you to the UAE Swimming Federation. Thanks to the Emirates Palace. Active Life by Daman for their many initiatives across Abu Dhabi. Thank you to Etihad Airways
Emirates Palace,
and to Emirates Coach Company,
having a
Mercedes.
venue like this.
Last chance for
everybody
photos
involved
of our athletes.
Today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, having us too. You never know what could happen next. Maybe next stop, Portugal.
It has been good.
If you're listening, FINA, we are available.
By the way, the coach.
Okay, so just to wrap up on that, fantastic being here with you today. What a fantastic venue.
Excellent.
Lovely place to be, and we'll maybe see you next time in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, it sounds good, Jamie.
Yeah.
Thanks all for listening.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, in about 5 minutes time.
And we'll see you later.
Coach will be leaving at trainers. Just a message for all the athletes who are still with us. If you want to head back to the hotel, the bus will be leaving at 6, right? I don't know. Now, she says, now. So athletes, please make your way to the bus, heading to traders. Thank you very much for your attention. Apologies for the delay. We hope to see you again. All the best.